Are you ready? So much to go over from a fun Sunday of NFL football, and I'm happy to be here to go over it with you and also to give you a live play-by-play reaction to this Sunday night football game between our Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's start this off the right way. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe, and welcome to this pregame edition of Believers Talk as we get you ready. Hey, Robert, good to see you in the house as we get you ready for the game. And then, of course, stay here, join me live for the game. So I'm going to go over a bunch of things. I'm going to go over some inactives for the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to go over the games from earlier today, give you the scores, what helped Buffalo, what possibly could have hurt Buffalo when it comes to the playoffs. We all saw the Dolphins lose, so that was huge for the Buffalo Bills, potentially getting closer and closer to that division title. So we're excited about that. Lots of good things going on for the Buffalo Bills in this week 13 of the NFL season, right? Week 13? I don't remember. I don't know what week we're on anymore, guys, but I'm excited to be with you, and I'm excited to talk about some NFL football. Again, guys, thank you for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. As you guys are rolling in here, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you like the content and leave a comment. You guys know how these live streams work. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know your score prediction as we get ready for an 8:20 Eastern time kickoff between our Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is going to be a great game regardless, but I hope we can pull away with the dub, says Robert. Eric comes in. I hope your Bills beat those Steelers. As a Browns fan, I hope so too, and thank you for joining me. Man in the Kitchen says, let's go Bills. Absolutely. I am excited. I know you guys are excited too. So first, let's go ahead and talk about the inactives for this game, okay? Let me pull them up first, of course, and then we'll talk about the inactives for this game. Talk about the Buffalo Bills roster, who is playing for both teams. Get those rosters out there for you, and who is out in this Week 14 matchup between the Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So let's talk about Pittsburgh first. The Steelers inactives for today's game. You got defensive end Isaiah Buggs is out for this game. Joshua Dobbs, QB, out for this game. Derwin Gray, offensive tackle, is inactive. Joe Hayden, cornerback. That might be a big one for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's inactive. Anthony McFarland might hurt that running back depth. James Conner, we know that he was inactive due to being on the IR or due to the pandemic list. So we have to look up for that as well. Tight end Kevin Rader is also out for this game. So those are the inactives for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hey, King Cam, glad that you're in the house. 31-27 Bills, says Robert Milligan. Again, let me know your predictions. I'll let you my prediction. Man in the Kitchen, same prediction as Robert. 31-27 Bills. Watching from Connecticut, go Bills. Thank you, Matthew. Glad that you joined me. I'm so excited, Robert Gina. I am well as well. What up, Joe? Watching from Brownsville, Texas. Thank you for joining me, Miguel. King Cam says Trey White has a big day like last year, and Roberts gets a return. Freddie comes in. Hey, Freddie, thanks for watching. Glad you're here. This is where we find out that the Steelers are officially overrated. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Bill's going to clump them. I hope so. I hope you're right. Connor isn't playing. I'm not sure if Connor got off the COVID list or not, to be honest with you. I don't know. Someone let me know in the comment section if he's off the list. Moss with 100 yards. It says Pierre Martinez. Pierre Martinez says 30-20 for the Buffalo Bills. Again, very excited for this game. As you guys come in here, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Hope you guys are doing well. Did I watch the Dolphins game? I watched some of it, not all of it. I know that the Dolphins were down a lot early going into the fourth quarter, and then they came back. So I watched a little bit of the comeback there in the fourth, just unable to get the job done. I thought the Dolphins could have won that game, to be honest with you. I even put on Twitter this morning that the Bills needed to win today to make sure they keep that one-game lead because the Dolphins were going to win. I thought they were going to win today for some reason. Obviously, that did not happen. So that means the Bills really have a chance to take advantage of that, move up to a 2-game lead after this game in the division with 3 games to go. That'd be huge for the Buffalo Bills as they try to win their first division since 1995. Robert Jean says 32-24 Bills. Matt Cap's in the house as what up. Go Bills. O-line has to have a big day, says King Cam. Dolphins are for real, says Freddie. As I was watching the broadcast, they brought up a point that the Dolphins only have beaten one team above 500 at this point in the season. So we could say they're for real, but their schedule has definitely helped out when it comes to their record. Not sure how for real they are, but we're going to find out. They still have 3 games left. They still play the Raiders, they play the Patriots, and then they play the Bills. So they're going to play at least 2 teams that still have a chance to make the playoffs. The Patriots haven't mathematically been eliminated yet, but with their loss on Thursday, it really hurts their chances. Now, the Bills, with a win today, can't clinch anything. Remember, the Bills needed to win and have 4 teams lose for them to clinch a playoff spot. Now, the Dolphins lost, the Patriots lost. Those are huge, right? And the Raiders lost. But another team that we need to lose is the Ravens, I believe it is. And then we actually would clinch a playoff spot. So if we would win this game and then the Ravens lose tomorrow, then we would clinch a playoff spot. So there's still a potential out there for the Bills to clinch one before the end of the week. Bills from the Bahamas is Jay the Jet, 23 white. Glad to see that. And then Daniel Walker, welcome to the chat. That's awesome. If there was ever a Bills fan, it looks like this guy, but minus. I appreciate that, Seth. I appreciate that. Glad that you joined me. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Really helps out. Well, I know the Dolphins are better than my Lions. Switching over to Bills for the Super Bowl. Go Bills. Hey, the Bills. It could have been Bills versus Lions in the Super Bowl. I would have been okay with that. Hey, Patrick, glad you're in the house. Hey, Ross, glad that you are checking in again, guys. Thank you for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk. Again, 8:20 kickoff. Currently, it is 7:53 on the East Coast. So hopefully you guys can stick around and watch this game together. Join the conversation as they're still showing highlights from games. So let's go over some scores from earlier today. And then we'll go over the Bills inactives as well. And we'll talk about some of the keys to victory in this game. So you had the Houston Texans go up against the Chicago Bears. The Bears win that game 36-7. Strand. We gave the worst running back corp in history of all sports. That's Ross Wheeler. Of all sports, I don't know. There was that one running back core in that hockey game I watched once. I wasn't sure if I'd like them. But the Houston Texans get embarrassed by the Chicago Bears 36-7. The Titans beat the Jaguars 31-10. The Broncos beat the Panthers 32-27. The Cowboys come away with a victory over the Cincinnati Bengals 30-7. The Kansas City Chiefs, as aforementioned, beat the Miami Dolphins 33-27. The Arizona Cardinals beat the Giants 26-7. The Vikings lose to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady and the Bucs beat the Vikings 26-14. Then you have his Colts run away at the end with the game against the Raiders, winning 44-27. The Seahawks in complete control of the New Jersey Jets. Pinchera comes in and says 28-21 Buffalo Bills. From the Berg, love what you all are doing up there. Thank you. I appreciate that, and thank you for watching. So, the Seahawks beat the Jets 40-3. The Packers beat the Lions 31-24. The Falcons end up losing to the Chargers on an elite field goal 20-17. The Eagles come away with a victory against the Saints. Definitely the upset of the day. Jalen Hurts and those boys getting a huge win against the Saints to move their record to 3-8-1. Surprisingly, only one game back in the loss column in the NFC East. And the Washington football team beat the 49ers 23-15. So they actually moved to 5-7 on the season, and they are currently winning the NFC East. Thursday, of course, the Patriots lost to the Rams. You work with a lot of Steelers fans. I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't talk football while I'm at work, so I have no idea. I kind of stay to myself when I'm at work. So, no, I do not work with a lot of Steelers fans, to my knowledge, but I'm sure there's a lot of people here who do. I actually live closer to Philly than I do Pittsburgh, so I'm not sure if there's probably more Philly fans. This will have to be Dable's greatest performance, says Ross Wheeler. I hope so. I hope so. Dable can continue to work hard. Hurts taking over Philly, says Freddie. It looks like he's on his way after the win today. The Chicago Bears are basically the Riley Reeds of the NFL. Super talented until they face their brothers, a.k.a. in conference. Keys to victory, says Robert G. Well, first, let's get to the inactives for our Buffalo Bills, and then we'll talk about some of the game day roster, maybe some surprises on the roster. I'm not seeing any on here, but we'll definitely talk about some. We know that John Brown is still inactive for this game, so that's going to change some things for this Buffalo Bills offense. Now, we saw that the Buffalo Bills offense was still able to find its groove last week against the San Francisco 49ers on Monday Night Football. Hopefully we have the same type of success in this game as well. But our inactives for the Buffalo Bills, of course, we know Jake Fromm is inactive. Again, he does not practice with the team. He just is a part of the day-to-day, game planning and things like that. But he is not with the team on a day-to-day basis, just in case something happens to the Bills quarterback room and they would have to go to the third-string quarterback. John Brown's still playing hooky. Hey, it's not his fault the coaching staff put him on IR. He's happy to take the three games off, I'm sure, but he wants to get back out there also, I'm sure. Let's go, says Keith Edwards. Glad that you're in the chat room as well. Again, guys, thank you for joining me on this edition of Billievers Talk as we pregame for the game between the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's currently 7:57 on the East Coast, which means we are about 25 minutes away to kick off. So again, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully we have a fun game. I'm glad that you guys joined me again. Let me know your score prediction and where you're watching the game from if you haven't already. So some of the other players are inactive for the Buffalo Bills. TJ Yeldon, he is a normal guy that we see on this list. He's inactive for this game. Jaquan Johnson, unfortunately, he got hurt last week against the 49ers. He's inactive. That might become a bigger loss than we think, especially in that slot cornerback position. Listen, Levi Wallace needs to step up his game compared to last week if the Bills think they have a chance to win this game. I mean, talk about Chase Claypool and Juju Smith-Schuster. These wide receivers will beat you deep. So I really want to see Levi Wallace step up a little bit. Tyler Kroft is inactive for this game, which means we are going with Dawson Knox as our preliminary prime ride tight end for this game. And we still see Trent Murphy as an inactive for this game. So that's not a surprise. He's been inactive the last 3 weeks now. We see we do see AJ Epineza getting more time at the defensive line, and that means Trent Murphy is expendable there. And you also see some great special teams play out of Daryl Johnson, also who has really been a big plus for the Buffalo Bills, and he's in there as well. So when we look at this game day roster, again, no real changes as we're used to seeing. No John Brown, so we see Jake Kumaro in for wide receivers. Still no Duke, as people would love to see Duke, I'm sure, but you don't see him. Murphy stinks his roster really well. That's why he's inactive. I remember the Lions passed on TJ Yeldon and drafted someone with 5-inch hands. He did not last long. Too many drops. Levi Wallace can't cover. Levi Wallace is going to have a tough day today. I really believe that. Is Norman playing? Yes, Josh Norman is playing. So here are our cornerbacks for the game today. Obviously, you have Teron Johnson, Trey White, Josh Norman, and Levi Wallace are in there. You do have Simon Neal who can play there as well. And then you have Poyer, Hyde, and Marlowe, who are going to be playing the safety positions for the Buffalo Bills today. Again, no surprises compared to every other week. Again, nothing real surprising jumping out at me as far as the lineup goes. You see Matt Milano back. Glad to have him back. So we'll see a lot of AJ Klein, Matt Milano, and Tremaine Edmonds in there today, so that's good. Tywan Jones listed as a running back, but he's mostly going to play special teams. Reggie Gilliam on the tight end list, but he will mostly be a special teams guy today as well. So we'll see what happens. Off topic of the Bills, go ahead, Freddie, shoot. Trade Stafford for the Lions. That's interesting. I mean, I don't know what kind of value is left in an aging quarterback. I like Stafford. I really do. I've always thought that Drew Stafford was Matt Stafford was overrated. Underrated, I should say. Sorry, underrated. As far as quarterbacks go, I really wish that he would. I mean, look how well he played when Kevin Johnson was there. I mean, he was just unbelievable. But we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. I think that he takes up all the caps, says Ross Wheeler, and that's not a problem. What's his contract situation currently looking? I don't know if another team, kind of like the same situation that the Eagles have with Carson Wentz. Who's going to take him, and who's going to pay that price? Are the Lions going to take a chunk of that contract? Because if the Lions are going to take a chunk of that contract, they might as well keep him anyway, right? But you figure if you have Galloway get healthy, you have that weapon on the outside. I'm not sure what the Lions' problem is. It'll be interesting to see, because you did just fire Matt Patricia, right? And normally when you get a head coach in there, what does he want? He wants a new young quarterback to kind of mold and develop. The Lions aren't bad enough to get one of the top quarterbacks in the draft, right? They're not bad enough to go after Trevor Lawrence or someone like that. So you wonder what would they be willing to give up to move up in the draft, maybe get the third or fourth best quarterback, and still, do you want him starting season one for the Lions? You want Wilson from BYU. Bean did a great job with O-line. He absolutely did. He absolutely did 2 years ago. 2 years ago, he signed a lot of O-linemen in free agency. Brandon Bean recently signed that contract extension, which means he's going to be in Buffalo for a few more years. So that makes a lot of Bills fans very happy, including myself, to see Bean McDermott hopefully fulfill those contracts and then have another contract extension when those are up. That would be my long-term goal. But you look at this Buffalo Bills team, again, not winning a division since 1995. Listen, I've said this before. The Indianapolis Colts have won the AFC East more recently than the Buffalo Bills. And the Colts have not played in the AFC East since the start of the century. So that's how bad it's been for the Buffalo Bills over the past 20, 25 years. When you talk about winning the AFC East, they have not won the AFC East since 1995. Now, all roads lead to, it looks like, at least at this point, with the Dolphins losing today, that we definitely control our own fate when it comes to winning this division. We'd have to go on a pretty bad run to end the season not to win our division. Again, we have to win. I think right now, the way it sits, we only have to win 2 of our next 4 games. We still have Denver on the schedule. Not saying Denver's an easy win. We saw them win earlier today. We saw them beat Miami earlier in the season. We have New England on the schedule. They now have 7 losses. I think actually they might have 7 losses. So we know that they're on the brink of elimination from playoffs. Wonder what kind of pride they will show towards the end of the season. And then, of course, we play the Dolphins. So going to be fun down the stretch. Drink and dunk. Dink and dunk Steelers is scary, says Ross Wheeler. Y'all still made it to the Super Bowl 4 years straight, something to never forget. We don't forget it. We don't forget about it. We're the only team to ever do that, okay? And I understand that, and that makes me happy. But at the same time, we want to get one. We want to get one. That's what would make us the happiest, is to get one ring. Steelers did terrible last week, says Freddie. Yeah, they didn't do so hot against the Washington football team. But you have to remember, the Steelers are coming off throughout 3 games in 13 days. So they did get basically a full week rest to get ready for this game. And, again, when the Steelers won 11 straight, they lose 1. Odds would say they wouldn't lose 2 in a row. But this Bills team's a really good team. You talk about really an impressive win last Monday against the San Francisco 49ers. Let's see how Josh Allen and this Bills team does with the hype train behind them, because we saw the outside media kind of getting behind the Bills and saying, whoa, this team might be for real. This game seems to be the game that would decide who's the next team behind the Kansas City Chiefs to threaten as representatives in the Super Bowl for the AFC. And that's just crazy if you're Bills fans to hear us say that. If the Bills win this game today, they have to be the number 2 favorite in the AFC to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. And listen, we saw what the Chiefs did today. Mahomes threw 3 interceptions against, again, a Miami defense that's scary. I mean, he threw 3 interceptions and they still put up 30-plus points against this Dolphins team. The Buffalo Bills might be able to do a little bit better, but that's going to be really tall task. Obviously, we played the Chiefs early this year. It did not look good. Be interesting to see what would happen if we would see them in the playoffs, maybe in that AFC Championship game. So we'll see what happens. Allen's so good, says Ross Wheeler. Yeah, it does look like, I hinted at this during my live stream after Brandon Bean signed his extension. Normally, after a head coach and a GM get their contract extensions and they brought in a quarterback, it's not too long before you see that quarterback extended. Whether you think he deserves to be extended at this point or not, all roads lead to him getting that contract extension. So it's going to be going to be interesting to see this offseason if he does get that contract extension. Again, to me, all signs say that Chiefs aren't as they were when they won the Super Bowl. Bills got it, says Rasmus. Listen, the Chiefs are still a tough out. I don't care. Again, they had 4 turnovers in the game today, and they still scored over 30 points. That's pretty impressive if you ask me. And that makes that team very scary when it comes to the AFC, possibly representing the AFC again in the Super Bowl. Remember, they just did it last year, so we'll see what happens. Bills fans, if you're like me, again, the Bills, the only team to ever make the 4 straight Super Bowls. The Chiefs have now made it to a Super Bowl, and the year before that, I believe they were in the AFC Championship game. So you wonder if they might make a run at the 4-peat. Be interesting to see. And rookie seasons now. What a growth. QB whisper, and we'll see. Allen has done so much I mean, each season it's been consistent every single year. His rise, between year 1 to year 2, and now year 2 to year 3, his progression, the way he reads defenses, the way he can call plays at the line of scrimmage, everything has improved for Josh Allen. And now that we have Stephon Diggs as part of the Bills, again, Stephon Diggs is going to break team records easily for the Bills. Already has 90 catches this year. Obviously going to get to over 100. 100 right now is the Bills team record for receptions in a season. Looks like he's going to demolish that. Might beat that tonight. He had 10 receptions last week. If he duplicates that, he'll be tied for the team lead as far as in history as far as receptions go. So gotta love bringing in Stephon Diggs. Gotta love Cole Beasley's second year in Buffalo. He has just done a great job. You have Gabe Davis needs to step up again in this game as well. But it's really looking good for the Buffalo Bills as they took a look at the NFC playoff picture. Hopefully they'll show the AFC playoff picture next, as I think the Buffalo Bills probably over 90% chance now, if not even 95% chance now to make the playoffs with the loss to by the Miami Dolphins earlier today. So really excited to see that. Hopefully that percentage grows for the Buffalo Bills. But yeah, it looks like the Bills are on their way to winning their first AFC East championship since 1995. All right, so let's talk about some keys to victory in this game. Unfortunately, due to my busy schedule, I was not able to get a keys to victory video out before the week began or before today began. So I want to make sure I gave you some keys to victory. Thought on MVP Klein. I can't use 2.5 games as a reason to forget about the first half of the season. That's my thoughts on Klein. All Bills fans are apologetic to Klein for how well he's played over the past few weeks. Listen, the first half of the season, he was still trash. He was still trash the first half of the season. I'm glad that he's doing better. I'm hopeful that trend does continue. They do have the Bills as a 97% chance to make the playoffs. But I do hope that trend continues. But at the same time, there's nothing to be sure of. There's nothing to be sure of. Week to week in this league, I want to see him continue to do better and continue to improve. We need to stop the run game for sure, says Garrett Hall. My keys to victory are simple. The O-line needs to play as well as they did last week against the 49ers, this week against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The 49ers have a great defensive front, okay? They're ranked 7th in defense going into that game last week. Our offensive line let Josh Allen get sacked just one time last week. That's very impressive. Now, listen, the Steelers defense is a little bit better than that 49ers defense, but man, if we can control the line of scrimmage, we all know how important that is. If we can control the line of scrimmage, then we should be in a good way. If we give Josh Allen time to throw the ball, I don't care who his wide receivers are, he's going to find people get open. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this game. They're currently going over who everyone has winning this game. America's pick is 62% our Buffalo Bills. So hopefully they're right. Would love to see that. I love to see the Buffalo Bills win this game. Our receivers need to catch those balls, no turnovers, and red zone needs to be clutch victory keys, says Freddie. Another big key to me right now is time of possession. We need to control time of possession, okay? Again, this Steelers team, 4 games in 20 days, okay? They're tired. So if we keep them on the field, keep them working, run the ball effectively, those are all ways to win this game. Zach Moss, Devin Singletary, let's get them going in this game. Zach Moss with the first fumble of his NFL career last week. Let's get him back into the game, okay? Last week after the fumble, he was pretty much benched the whole game. Now, whether that was due to the fumble or due to the injury he suffered on that play, listen, he's learned his lesson now, right? Put him back in this game. Let him show us that he's learned his lesson. Let him run all over the Steelers. Let Steelers defenders make business decisions, as Zach Moss said they would have to do when he was drafted. So that'd be interesting. Green Bay killed the Lions in time of possession. Third quarter, we had the ball for 1 minute. And listen, that's what the Buffalo Bills need to do. Continue to control time of possession. That's going to help you win games all the time. Stop with the turnovers. We saw the game against Arizona. The Bills kept Arizona in that game because of turnovers. Same thing with the Chargers. We kept them in the game because of turnovers. Stop turning the ball over. Now, listen, the Steelers defense is really good. I think they're second or third in the league. So they're probably going to get a turnover or two, okay? It's probably going to happen. At that time, the defense needs to step up. Remember the Chargers game? The Chargers game, the offense had 3 turnovers in 7 plays, and the defense only allowed 3 points for the Chargers out of those 3 drives. So if the Steelers get those turnovers, make sure they don't kill us with points on the backside. Now, again, last week, the San Francisco 49ers offense started the ball inside their own inside the Bills' 10-yard line. So obviously they were going to score on that drive. It still took them 3 plays to do so. But we need to turn. If we turn the ball over, we need to be smart about it. Obviously, turnovers are never a great idea, but hopefully the ball bounces our way in this game. If we do turn the ball over, it's on their own side of the field where they have to drive a little bit, and our defense is able to get their legs under them and stop them if necessary. Bills winning a Super Bowl is like saying Space Jam is about baseball player getting abducted to play basketball, says Seth. How many Pro Bowlers do you think we have on this roster this year going to the Pro Bowl? I would say 4. Josh Allen for sure, right? Andre Roberts for sure. Trey White should be. I don't know why people think he shouldn't be. I think that quarterbacks are throwing to him less and less as they realize that he is definitely a guy you don't want to throw to. And Stephon Diggs. Those are my 4. If I'm forgetting someone, let me know. Maybe Tremaine Edmonds in the middle. He's had a pretty good season all year long. I don't think A.J. Klein's been consistent enough to be considered. Get hyped, says Bill from Riker. Dene, get hyped, Bills Mafia. Really look forward to this game. Again, guys, as you get in here, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Share this video. Let other Bills fans know we are live. If you're a Steelers fan, hey, glad that you can join us for this game. Best of luck to you the rest of the season. But obviously, we want the Buffalo Bills to win this game and improve on the season, get one step closer to the AFC East crown. Again, if they win today, they then have a 2-game lead on the Miami Dolphins with 3 games left. And the Bills own pretty much all the tiebreakers when it comes to the Miami Dolphins. Whether they talk about division record, whether they talk about head-to-head right now, we are winning head-to-head. So even if we lose to them week 17, that means we're tied head-to-head. It would go to division record. We're winning that currently, so it would stay that way. And the worst we can do with division record is tie, because we're currently 4-0 in our division. The Dolphins already have 2 losses in their division. So the worst we can do is tie. Then it goes to conference record. Well, the Bills right now have a better conference record than the Miami Dolphins. So all these tiebreakers lean towards the Buffalo Bills' favor. So as long as we win 1 of our next 3 games or 2 of our next 4 games, we should be the next AFC East champions for 2020. Newport 20 comes in and says, go Bills. Very excited. Again, very excited about this Buffalo Bills team, what they've done so far this season. Obviously, we've rewarded Leslie Frazier in the offseason. We made him the assistant head coach. We rewarded Coach McDermott. We gave him a contract extension. And then just this week, we've rewarded GM Brandon Beane by giving him a contract extension. So we are getting ready for Sunday Night Football. Win or lose, both teams are winning their divisions. Steelers, obviously, 2 games up on the Cleveland Browns, who play tomorrow in what's going to be a huge game to determine the AFC playoffs, right? The Ravens, who won last week against the Cowboys on Tuesday Night Football. The Cleveland Browns coming in 8-3 or 9-3. They have a chance to solidify the fact that they are for real in the AFC and that they're going to be taken seriously. Now, they had a big win against Tennessee last week. Obviously, they let slip a little in the second half, but they still come away with that victory. Baker Mayfield, 4 touchdowns in the first half, did a great job. Obviously, with the Cleveland Browns and Baker playing at that level, they're going to be tough to beat. Nick Chubb, you never want to be the guy in front of Nick Chubb when he's running the ball. I think he's a great running back in the NFL, so they could definitely be a problem when it comes to the AFC playoffs. The only reason why they're not talked about more is because the Steelers team's ahead of them, sitting at 11-1. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Again, a big game when it comes to the AFC playoff picture. And like I said before, I think if the Bills win this game and the Ravens lose tomorrow, the Bills then clinch a playoff spot. They don't quite clinch the AFC East yet, but they would clinch a playoff spot. Levi Wallace is terrible, says Ross Wheeler. Well, hopefully he plays out of his mind today because, again, the Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiving core is monstrous, right? You talk about Juju Smith-Schuster. You talk about Claypool. You talk about Washington. There's so many good wide receivers here for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that's another key to victory. These cornerbacks, especially our slot corner, whether that be Johnson, whether it be Levi Wallace, whether it be Josh Norman, whether it be Saran Neal, they need to all step up. We know what we're getting from Trey White. We know what Trey White's going to do. Our other corners need to step up in this game. Do not let Ben Roethlisberger catch fire, because once he does, he's a hard man to stop. I mean, he's a veteran. He's been doing it for a long time. And we know that both these teams are going to throw the ball. Both these teams in the bottom half of the league when it comes to running the football as far as attempts per game. And so we know both these teams are going to throw the ball and try to create space down the field. So it's a matter of who can do that better, who can get first downs on third downs. The Buffalo Bills are number 1 in the NFL on third down conversion rates. So if we can keep that going about 55%, I think the Buffalo Bills have a good chance to win this game. If the Steelers defense, again, a Steelers defense that is great at everything they do, let alone stopping teams on third downs, then if the Steelers defense can hold the Bills to 25%, then obviously it leans heavily towards the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh man, Jenkins comes in the house and says, big night. Absolutely a big night for our Buffalo Bills and for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, again, this game is going to pretty much determine who the second favorite is in the AFC behind the Chiefs when it comes to representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. So again, guys, thank you for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk. Make sure if you haven't already hit that thumbs up button, you do that. Share this video with your friends. Let them know that we are here. I know that this game is probably being on NBC. It's more worldwide watched and things of that nature. So there's no need to get on here, but you can still join the conversation. Talk about the Buffalo Bills, things that we like about this game, things that aren't going our way, whether we think it's going to be a rough night. Because remember, most of the times when the Bills, in the 3 losses the Bills have had this season, it has not gone well for the Bills out of the gate, right? Other than the Arizona game where Josh Allen brought us back and he actually let a comeback drive in the 4th quarter. Unfortunately, we left 30 seconds on the clock for the Hail Murray. But still, other than that game, you look at the Titans game and the Chiefs game, Bills fans pretty much knew the writing was on the wall early in those games when it came to the Bills' chances to win. I mean, sure, we had chances to come back in those games, but it never felt like we were really in those games. So it's going to depend a lot on the start of this one, how the Bills do, how the Bills jump out of the gate. If they can jump on top of these Steelers early, that'd be huge. But we'll see what happens. Will I be hosting the playoff games? Undecided. I'll let you know closer to playoff time where I decide. Obviously, the playoffs are a very emotional time for me. Listen, if you think that if you think that these regular season games are emotional for me, I mean, you guys have heard me get pretty loud over the past few years when it comes to these regular season games. My emotions go up. Hey, Chris, glad that you're here. Aloha. Glad that you're probably enjoying much warmer weather than we are here. We're supposed to get like 6 to 8 inches of snow on Wednesday, so I'm excited for that. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, when it comes to hosting the playoff games, I'll let you know close to playoff time. Good game for y'all from Brazil. Thank you, Bruno. Glad that you could join us from Brazil. Again, guys, if you haven't already, in the comment section, let me know where you're from and let me know your score prediction for this game. So I'm going to give you my score prediction. Victor comes in and says, let's go Buffalo. I'm going to give you my score prediction right now, right before kickoff to this game. Listen, again, I think this Pittsburgh Steelers team is really good. Started the season 11-0. Some people thought they were overhyped, and obviously the Washington football team wasn't buying the hype last week when they cruised past the Steelers. The Steelers team was tired. They were making bad mistakes, drops. I think they had 7 drops in the game last week. Mike Tomlin was definitely upset about how the game went last week for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I personally believe that Mike Tomlin is one of the best coaches in the NFL. I really believe that. I mean, talk about a guy who's been coaching for how long, and this Steelers team has never had a record below 500. He's been 500 or better. Even when they had Duck Hodges as their quarterback, they finished 8-8. So I think Mike Tomlin is one of the best coaches in the NFL. I think that Coach McDermott is not that far behind, but he's just not as much of a veteran coach in the NFL as Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think it's going to be a great game, guys. I really do. But at the end of the day, I don't see the Steelers losing 2 in a row. I really don't. I think the final score of this one is going to be 28 Pittsburgh, 27 Buffalo. That's my score prediction for this game. Fear the Duck, says Pinchera. Bruno says, it's my pleasure, Joe. Thank you for your hard work. Let's go, Bills. Let's go, Bills. Kingham says 17-14 Bills. Don't see us having a huge game on offense. I don't see either team having quite the biggest day on offense, but still, these offenses can score some points. So, yeah, the game to me is going to be 28 27. The Steelers are going to beat the Bills by 1 point. Let me know your score prediction in the comment section. For me, anything comes in, says, Joe, have more faith. Listen, I love my team very much. But I'm not going to go into this game with blinders on. I think the Steelers team is just as competitive, just as good as this Buffalo team is, if not better. They have huge offensive weapons. I think that the Bills have more room to grow as far as their peak offensive weapons are concerned. Again, with John Brown out in this game and other things related to that. I think this Bills team is on the better trajectory as far as who's going to be the better team come playoff time. But right now, I think, again, Mike Tomlin coming off a loss has a pretty good record. James Conner, Marcus Pouncey, both back in this game. So that running attack might be going a little bit more for the Steelers. Going to be very interesting to see. Jay says, let's go Bills. I think the Bills will lose worse than that, says Ross Wheeler. Glad that you're always here to give up your positive spin on things, Ross. So you think that Pittsburgh wide receivers aren't going to drop the balls this week? I don't think they're going to have 7 of them. Let me say that. I don't think they're going to have 7 of them. They are looking at the weather, flurries all night long. That might be a factor, and that might be something that helps the Buffalo Bills, actually, when it comes to those wide receiver drops. Could be a fun one to watch, which, you know what, the weather makes it very important to me. Something that I didn't talk about my keys to victory that needs to be brought up now. Corey Bojorquez, okay? There are going to be punts in this game. Lots of punts in this game. And we've seen Corey Bojorquez punt the crap out of the ball, right? He has 2 punts this season over 70 yards. He knows how to punt the ball, okay? He knows how to kick the ball as far as any other punter in the league. But we've also seen him shank a couple, right? And which is why I've been a proponent of getting a new punter. But at the same time, Corey Bojorquez is the best out there. So never predicted the Bills to lose on here before. I actually predicted them to lose last week. I predicted them to lose to the 49ers last week. But yeah, I think I predicted them to lose to the Chiefs too. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. The Bills getting ready to kick off to start this game. The Pittsburgh Steelers offense will get the ball first. Bass is getting ready to kick. He kicks the ball, and we are underway in Buffalo. This one going into the end zone, and it will be returned midway into the end zone, and he gets to the 10-yard line, and this Bills special teams is going to make the Pittsburgh Steelers offense go down the field. Matakovic with a huge tackle on special teams. So Steelers will start from the 10-yard line. Steelers have the ball, 1st and 10, 14:55 to go in the first quarter. Again, guys, thank you for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, and share this video as we watch Sunday Night Football. Some of my regulars not in here wondering where Scott Blakely's at, man. I love you, Scott. Hope you can join us. Hope everything's okay. And I do hope that everyone's staying safe out there, getting ready for their holiday season. So enjoy your holidays. Pittsburgh comes out, shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top, tight end in motion. You have a running back to Ben Roethlisberger's right. They do a quick pass out, and first play of the game for this Pittsburgh Steelers offense, and is a wide receiver drop. This one by number 18. Again, we knew that drops were a big thing for the Steelers last week, and it starts off early. This one, screen pass out to number 18 for the Steelers, and it's dropped right away. So going to be 2nd and 10 for the Steelers from their own 10-yard line. Shotgun formation again, 2 wide receivers top of screen, 1 to the bottom, tight end back in motion. You got running back 2 bends left. Low snap. They get it to Claypool on a quick toss play, and it's stopped after a 5-yard gain. So again, huge 3rd down. Hyde comes in on the tackle. So 3rd down, start things off early. Looks like we could have gotten Chase Claypool in the backfield. Chase Claypool able to break away from the missed tackle, and he was able to pick up 5 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. Number 97, I believe that is going to be Mario Addison. I expect to see him make a few plays in this game. Ben back in shotgun again, running back to his right. To his right. 2 wide receivers top of screen, 1 to the bottom. Bills try to blow up the play, and it's incomplete. Levi Wallace right there for the coverage, and it's going to be 4th and 5. Tried to get that one to number 18, Dante Johnson. So Dante Johnson, 2 targets on that drive. He dropped it on 1st down, unable to come up with it on 2nd down. Good job by Levi Wallace making that a tough throw. And the Bills start this game forcing a 3-and-out. In fact, he deflected that one. So the Bills start this game with a 3-and-out. Ben is not happy with one of the routes that was run. And so Andre Roberts back to return a punt. Punter at the goal line for the Steelers. Punts in the air. It's a good punt. And it goes out of bounds. So it wasn't as good as I thought. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. There's a flag down on the play. Always scares me when flags down early like that. A lot of times these penalties are on the kicking team, but we'll see what on the receiving team. Holding on the receiving team. So that means it's going to back us up another 10 yards. So we're going to start at the 34-yard line. So 14:01 to go in the first quarter. The Steelers get the ball first. The Bills force a 3-and-out. Normal Steelers start, says Pinchera. Pick that ship, son, says Ross Wheeler. Claypool strong. He is. So, you can't really be upset as it misses that tackle with all the momentum going against Mario Addison in that situation, and Claypool having all the momentum on his side. Shotgun formation to start for the Buffalo Bills. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers set. Steelers send pressure. Pass over the middle is high, intended for Cole Beasley and incomplete. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. Always scares me when you start off a game high on a 5-yard route over the middle. I know Cole Beasley's short, but at the same time, you have to be able to get that ball in there. We've seen passes to Beasley get tipped in the air before and returned for touchdowns. And so that always scares you when Allen starts the game off high. Shotgun formation again, fakes the screen pass. Looks like he's going to try run. He does run, picks up about 5 yards, gets to the 39-yard line before he is brought down. 13:45 to go in the first quarter. 0-0 game right now for the Pittsburgh Steelers and Buffalo Bills. Again, the Bills kicked off to the Steelers to start off this game. Steelers go 3-and-out. Bills have the ball for the first time, have a 3rd and 4 at their own 39-yard line. Again, 3rd down's a huge down in this game. I think that's a false start by the Bills. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't hear a whistle up first, but yeah, there's going to be a false start. This is on the Bills. This is going to be on number 75, I believe. That's going to be Darrell Williams. Yeah, Darrell Williams with the false start. So that means it's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Bills. Yeah, he's going to be on TJ Watt. That's going to be a tough assignment for him all night long. We know how good TJ Watt, again, we know how good the Steelers defense is overall. So now 3rd and 9 for the Buffalo Bills. You got shotgun formation and running back 2. That's like Singletary, 2 Allen's left. Take the handoff on 3rd and 9, looking to throw. Allen looking deep. Has a guy deep downfield. Double coverage on Stephon Diggs. No flag down, and that's going to be incomplete. Definitely a lot of contact there down the field, but it's going to bring up a 4th and 9 for the Buffalo Bills. Tucson checking in, says Jim Tripp. Welcome. Thank you for joining me from Arizona. Has some great, Allen had a lot of time in the pocket. Stephon Diggs, I don't know, play. Bajorquez in the game, punts the ball away. Fair catch called for inside the 20-yard line at the 15, and that's where the Steelers will start with the ball. So 12:43 to go here in the first quarter. Again, both teams have now had the ball one time. Both teams going 3-and-out. That looks flaggy, said Ross Wheeler. That looks flaggy. I don't know. I thought double coverage. It was there's some contact, but the pass interference, no call. Yeah, I think Diggs was more making an adjustment on the ball than anything else as far as contact is concerned. So again, guys, during commercial breaks, normally I go through scores from the day. During the 1 o'clock games, I'll give you score updates. So I'll tell you the finals in this commercial break, and then we'll just sit here and chat for the other commercial breaks. Reed comes in with a $2 donation. Thank you, Reed. And again, guys, make sure if you want to comment read over the air, use that super chat. You'll get priority, and all the proceeds from the super chat go right back into the channel. Ref ball already. Again, that's a tough call. I don't like when teams get bailed out on these questionable pass interference calls on a 3rd and long. Almost as bad as getting bailed out by a defensive holding. So I'm okay with the refs not calling that one. 50-50 masks here, says P. Pinchetto. It depends where I go. Depends where you go. All right, so games earlier today, Chicago Bears beat the Houston Texans 36-7. The Tennessee Titans beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 31-10. The Denver Broncos over the Carolina Panthers 32-27. The Dallas Cowboys over the Cincinnati Bengals 32-7. This is going to be a tough, low-scoring game, says Ricardo Green. I agree with that. The Kansas City Chiefs did beat the Miami Dolphins 33-27. The Cardinals over the Giants 26-7. The Buccaneers at home beat the Vikings 26-14. The Colts beat the Raiders 44-27. The Seahawks completely demolishing the Jets 40-3. The Packers beat the Lions 31-24. Lions actually had a lead in that game for a lot of it. Chargers beat the Falcons on a last-minute field goal, win that game 20-17. The Eagles, in the upset of the day, beat the New Orleans Saints. And then the Washington football team comes back to beat the 49ers 23-15, taking the first place in the NFC East. So we're back here in this game. Again, the Bills and Steelers getting the ball one time each. Both teams going 3 and out. Now the Pittsburgh Steelers will take over inside their own 20-yard line. So let's see how this defense does on the second drive against this Pittsburgh Steelers team. Again, the Steelers started off the last drive with a drop ball. You had Johnson dropping the ball. And again, that was a problem last week. Dante Johnson with a drop on first down. So we'll see how they do coming back here. Bears and Eagles, kings of the NFC today. Shotgun formation, you got Connor to left. Neither team has run the ball so far with a running back. Quick screen out. This time it was caught by good blocking in front, and they get a first down. This one is completed to Deontay Johnson for a first down, about 12 yards on the play. And so that's going to be the first down of the game. 1st and 10, Pittsburgh. Now they're at about the 27, 28-yard line. So, again, both defenses looking pretty good to start off this game. Both teams started with a 3 and out, and now the Steelers have the ball for the second time, and they get first down on the first play of their second drive. Shotgun formation again for Ben. He has Connor to his left, 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. They do not run it here. Again, don't expect to see a lot of running. This one is completed to number 19 for about 6 yards on the play. That's Juju Smith-Schuster with the catch on an out route. And then and then Trey White is right there to make the tackle to force Juju out of bounds. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and about 4 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Good job by Travis White, making sure you get the tackle, forcing Juju out of bounds. That's going to be a good matchup all night long. So for the first time, Ben is under center. Quick passes as usual. Yeah, he had the ball for less than 2 seconds. Ben's under center. They do hand the ball off to Connor on 2nd down, and he is stuffed up the middle for about a 1-yard loss. That's Ed Oliver leading the charge there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5. Again, these 3rd downs are going to be critical in this low-scoring game. James Conner back for the first time, I believe, in 2 weeks. Since being put on the pandemic list, that name that I'm not allowed to say on the air, but he was put on that list. Quick passes as usual. Passes Jim Trip Johnson wows you, then frustrates you. Well, he frustrated you on the first drive, wowed you on the second with that catch. Are we looking at 100 passes tonight? I think easily 100 passes tonight. I could easily see that. Maybe 85. Shotgun formation, 5 wide receivers set for Ben. Bill send 4. Pressure almost gets there. And another drop by Johnson. So what he was just talking about, Johnson wows you, then frustrates you. That's his 2nd drop of the day. So more frustration leads to a 4th and 7. Steelers be forced to punt after getting a first down on the first play by Johnson. So Johnson now 4 targets on the day, 2 drops. This one already. Again, the pressure was getting there for the Bills. Looked like Levi Wallace just fell down on the play, and he would have had an easy first down if he catches that ball. But the 2nd drop of the day for the Steelers, 2nd drop for Johnson, forces another punt. This time, Roberts going to look like he has a chance for return. He spins out of a tackle, does not get much before he's taken down at the 33-yard line. Steelers want a flag. Thought that Roberts called for a fair catch. I didn't see one. But again, you normally don't, from watching on TV, you normally don't see one on the camera because he normally calls for it before he's in the screenshot. So at commercial break, all these drops are looking like the 2018 Buffalo Bills, says King Cam. Yeah, again, the Steelers had trouble with drops last week, and so it looks like the drops bug is hitting them once again. More likely just DeAndre Johnson, 2 drops Hey, Brian, good to see you in the chat. Nothing good right now. 0-0. The Bills getting ready to start their second possession. Both teams start with a 3-and-out. And then the Steelers on their second drive, they got a first down on the first play, about a 12-yard screen pass to Deontay Johnson. He gets about 12, 13 yards. And then nothing after that. Juju catches a quick 6-yard out on first down. And then there's a 1-yard loss on a run play. And then another drop by Johnson, his second of the day, led to another punt. Decent field position. Let's go, says Jim Tripp. Who are the Steelers wide receivers? Josh Ross, really, they have great wide receivers. You have Juju Smith-Schuster, who, again, is going to be covered by Trey White all day, so that's going to be a good matchup. They have Chase Claypool having a great rookie year. Rookie out of Notre Dame. I think he has 8 touchdowns on the season, looking really good. Thank you, J-Dog. I love this hat. I got it. I think it was the 2018 draft hat for the Buffalo Bills. And then you have DeAndre Washington for the Deontay Johnson for the Pittsburgh Steelers as well. One of their wide receivers is return man, Ray McLeod, formerly of the Buffalo Bills. He's mostly a special teams guy, but he's on the team. James Washington is their 4th wide receiver on most formations as well. So those are your wide receivers for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, a pretty decent wide receiving core for Pittsburgh there, just like the Buffalo Bills, more at full health. When you add John Brown to a very lethal wide receiving core in Buffalo, I think the Buffalo Bills have an underrated wide receiving core when it comes to that. But I think we have one of the worst tight end groups, and according to Ross Wheeler, one of the worst running back groups in the NFL. The game is on NBC. Is there a way to actually watch this game? Says Allura. Yeah, it's on NBC. I cannot show the game due to copyright. But again, guys, thank you so much for joining me in this chat. And again, you guys make the streams what they are, so make sure you keep the conversation going. Hit that thumbs up button. Deontay Johnson, 12 drop passes on the season, most in the NFL. Again, 2 drops already in this game, something he needs to work on for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, they get the ball once again, 10:33 to go. Again, we have yet to see a running back touch the ball. Here we are, the second drive for the Buffalo Bills, 4 drives into this game. 10:33 in the first quarter. Allen in shotgun. You got Singletary to his left, 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. Diggs alone at the top. At some point, if passes out to Singletary in the flat, he tries to break a tackle. Number 27 is right there for the Steelers by a 1.5-yard gain for Devin Singletary. But that's the first time either running back has touched the ball. That's Marcus Allen on the tackle for the Pittsburgh Steelers as the Bills line up quickly here. Another shotgun formation, 5 wide receivers. You got 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, 2 to the top as Allen's shotgun all alone back there. They do send a blitz. Blitz is coming over the middle. Pass complete to Beasley. Beasley to the 40, 45, pushed out of bounds. So that is the first completion to a wide receiver in this game. That's Cole Beasley. Gets the first down. 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Dakota, I cannot show you the game, or else again I will be copyrighted and I'll be taken off the air. So I do apologize. I thank you for joining me. But if that makes you leave, then I do apologize. Shotgun formation after Josh Allen, 3 wide receivers to his left. That's the top of the screen. You got Singletary. Looks like Knox and Beasley to the top, and to the bottom you got Gabe Davis and Diggs. Blitz coming, almost gets down, deflected in the air, and that's incomplete. I believe that's T.J. Watt who had the deflection. Again, pressure getting to Josh Allen. Almost gets tripped up on the play. Tries to roll to his right. Throws the ball in the air. T.J. Watt right there to deflect that one. That one was in the air for a few seconds. Could have possibly been intercepted. But luckily for the Bills, it just fell incomplete. Diggs was the intended receiver. Diggs was open too. Second and 10 from the 46-yard line. Shotgun formation again. They fake the handoff to Singletary. Looking to throw it. He does throw it deep. And it's intercepted. I'm not sure if Allen's hand was hit as he threw that one. But number 28 for the Steelers gets the first big play of this game. That's Mike Hilton with the interception for the Steelers. Yeah, Allen's hands hit by number 97 as he releases the ball. So his hand gets hit, the ball floats in the air, and it's intercepted. That's Cameron Hayward on the deflection, and the Pittsburgh Steelers get the interception, and that's the first big play by either team in this game. What does it mean when they show the players and they show numbers at the bottom of the screen? I think that's where they're ranked on PFF. If you're saying like it says like blank out of blank, that's their ranking according to PFF. I normally don't pay attention to those. Where was he going? Again, his hand was deflected. It looked like he did have a wide receiver to the outside. Looks like he was going deep again, but his hand was hit as he was going through the follow-through, and it was just a duck going up there. Steelers pass rush showing up tonight since gym trip so far. Steelers are the best team in the NFL since Quentin Jackson. I don't know. The Chiefs might have something to say about that, but yeah. Stop you bum Bills fan. I picked the Steelers to win this game. So again, I'm going to cheer for my team. I hope you do the same. But I really hope that and I hope you enjoy the game. But I did pick the Steelers to win this game. Good amount of his arm, yeah. Like he got a good piece of that. So that's why the ball did not get to its intended target. And the Pittsburgh Steelers were able to come away with an interception. So again, thank you guys for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk. Crystal Walls in the house. Go Buffalo. Cole was open. A lot of times he does miss Cole when he's open. Here we go. Now we have to ask the D to step up. Yeah, and again, it's all about time possession in this game for either team. This defense, we've seen this Bills defense get susceptible to getting tired if they've been on the field for a long time. We know that the Steelers team's playing their 4th game in 20 days. So we know that their defense is susceptible to maybe getting tired later in this game. But again, the first big break goes to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, you're all right, Quentin Jackson. You're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it. That's who he is throwing to down the sideline. Is it raining? They said that there were going to be flurries throughout the game. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. Again, we've seen that affect the Steelers wide receiver. I'm not going to say receivers yet because only one of them has dropped the ball. He's had 2 drops already in this game. But Deontay Johnson with 2 drops already in this game. Be interesting to see if they keep him on the field too much longer on these 3 wide receiver sets. RIP my Fins. Yeah, I mean, they tried to come back. They really did. But yeah, they are showing Hayward coming in against Mitch Morse. And again, he does get his hand on Josh Allen. And now the Steelers will start with the ball. I believe it's about the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, 9:22 to go in the first quarter. Now both teams, it's at the 27-yard line. Both teams have had the ball 2 times now. Steelers starting the 3rd possession, and James Conner gets his second carry of the game. Goes for about 3 yards, so it's going to bring 2nd and 7. Daboll's with jokes, says John Doe. Well, again, Cole Beasley was open on the outside. I don't know what you want. Again, it's not Daboll's job to make the plays. Daboll's job is to call the plays. Dable couldn't do anything about Hayward coming in on Mitch Morse. He couldn't do anything about that. Other than when Mitch Morse gets to the sideline, he could look at him and say, hey, block better. Block better. There's a thought. And we knew the Steelers team's a top 5 defense, so we knew it was going to be a struggle. Shotgun formation on 2nd and 7, 8:45 to go in the first quarter. Steelers have the ball after an interception. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Bills sending 5. They do run the ball again. Missed tackle in the backfield. Connor able to get 4 yards. Again, probably should have been tackled in the backfield. One of the rare missed tackles you'll see from Tremaine Edmonds. Did have him in the backfield, so he would love to see him make that tackle, make it a long 3rd down. But they do. James Conner does pick up 4 yards. And so it's going to be about 3rd and 3 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. As you do see the flurries coming down in Buffalo. 3rd and 4 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're taking a look at the Edmonds brothers. Again, both Edmonds playing in this game. 1 for the Steelers, 1 for the Bills. You have 4 wide receiver set. 3 to the top of the screen. Now 19 goes in motion. 1 to the bottom. Steelers, Addison coming from behind, unable to get there, tipped in the air and incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds tries to make a play. That ball deflected at the line of scrimmage. I think that was Addison who got his hand up on the ball. And unfortunately, they are wrapping up Mitch Morse. So hopefully he's okay and able to get back in there. But the Pittsburgh Steelers get the turnover, unable to make anything happen off the turnover. No, that's Trey White who gets his hand up in the air, coming in on the blitz. And, man, Edmonds had a chance to pick that one off to answer a pick for pick. Almost got there. Motor had a short run, says Matt Cap. I don't remember that one. Bill sent pressure on the punt, unable to get there. Roberts calls for a fair catch. inside the 35-yard line. So that's where the Bills will start, around the 32. 7:44 to go here in the first quarter. Still 0-0. Steelers and Bills both have, while the Steelers have had 3 possessions now, only I think 1 first down total. Bills have a nice D, says Ross Wheel. Well, the D came out to play, and they needed to. We knew that they needed to come out and play, and so far it looks like they have. Again, you hope that it stays that way throughout the game. Was that Epineza close to blocking that? I didn't see who was close to blocking that, but someone definitely came in. I always get scared when I see that, though, especially when they miss the ball. I'm like, oh no, where is he in regards to the kicker? Don't hit the kicker, right? Greatest commentator. I appreciate that, Crystal Wallace. Thank you very much. Time to run the ball, says Ravi. I hope so. We haven't run the ball too much in this game. Want time possession in this one. Shotgun formation. They do run it on first down. This is Zach Moss, who gets the ball out to about the 37-yard line, picks about 6 yards on first down. Going to bring up a 2nd and 4 for the Buffalo Bills. Mitch Moore still on the sideline. They're tending to his, looks like his left arm, his left bicep, something in that area. This is the Steelers' first for the last few weeks. That almost did get almost a block by Williams. Allen under center. Beasley going in motion, single back set for the Buffalo Bills. They do hand the ball off to Zach Moss again. Zach Moss lowers his shoulder, and he does take down his Steelers defender with him. That's number 34 of the Steelers come in to make the tackle. That's those business decisions. That's Edmonds on the other side. That's their Edmonds, making it 3rd and a short 2 for the Buffalo Bills. 6:50 to go here in the first quarter. Scoreless game, 0-0. Bills on their 3rd possession. Again, both defenses showing up early in this one. They are still tending to Mitch Morse's left bicep area. So hopefully he'll be all right to be able to get back in there. John Feliciano, currently the center for the Buffalo Bills. I believe that's Feliciano in there. Shotgun formation for Josh Allen. He does have Moss to his right. Moss going out for a pass. Allen throws over the middle. This one is incomplete. This one dropped by Gabriel Davis. So it looks like number 20 came up for the Steelers, was able to make a play. And it's going to be another 3 and out for the Buffalo Bills. Trying to see if Gabe Davis, they still give me a good view. Did 20 get his hand in there, or should Gabe Davis have caught that? 13 is Gabriel Davis. Young Buffalo Sports Fan says, why? So Borges, like I said, Borges needs to have a big day. We knew there's going to be a lot of punts in this one. Make him start inside the 20 again. Nope. Nope, not a great punt by Borges. The Steelers are going to start at their own 23-yard line. Should have got that one inside the 20. He knows it. 6:15 to go here in the first quarter. Still a scoreless game. Bills and Steelers both had ball 3 times in this one. 0-0. Again, guys, thank you for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk. Keep the run game going, says any Buffalo sports fan. We did see Zach Moss a little bit more on that drive. And again, he averaged 4 yards a carry on that drive. So maybe you should run him a little bit more. But thank you guys for joining me. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel. Share this video. Let them know that we are live for the Sunday Night Football game between our Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, I know most of you can see this game because it is on NBC. I know a lot of you don't like Chris Collinsworth. I'm here. I'm here for you because I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those guys. So join me right here on Believers Talk. We could talk about the game, have a good time, and talk about some of the things we like, some things we see that we should do moving forward, and some of the things that we're not fans of. And right now, we're not fans of this offense. Again, we know the Steelers defense is tough, but right now this offense is struggling, and we need to be able to. Ricardo says I can't stand him. Yeah, I'm the same way. Right now, this offense needs to be able to sustain some drives. Again, right now, neither offense sustaining any drives. But both teams I think only have 1 first down right now. But we need to be able to sustain drives, get points on the board. But right now, if it's a field position battle, I feel like the Bills are winning the field position battle, but not by much. It's not like the Steelers are starting off inside their own 20 a lot or inside their own 10. Just a back and forth game right now. Both defenses making plays. Steelers with an interception already on a deflected ball. The Steelers have already had 2 deflected balls in this game. So if that continues, that's going to be a problem. That's going to lead to more turnovers in this game. The Bills, Trey White did get a deflection that Tremaine Edmonds could have made a play on, just missed out, or tried to make a play on, I should say, and just missed an interception for the Buffalo Bills. But the Steelers are going to start with this ball about halfway through the first quarter in a scoreless game. I don't even think Davis even attempted to catch that. Again, I want to see the angle from the front side. I'm not sure if number 20 got his hand in there and deflected it away, or if Gabe Davis simply dropped it. Again, with the weather conditions the way they are, flurries all day, all game, you would expect to see some drops in this game. And I never like seeing drops, but you figure if you're a Steelers fan at this point, you're more upset about the drops in this game. You talk about 2 drops by the Steelers, both by Deontay Johnson, leading the league in drops with 12. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. All right, so we got 1st and 10, 6:15 to go here in the first quarter. Josh Norman in the game. Yeah, shotgun formation for Ben Connor to his right. 2 wide receivers top of the screen. Looks like the Bills are showing blitz as Poyer comes down from his safety spot. Poyer's coming on a blitz. And the blitz gets there. He's unable to step into the throw, and it's still completed to Claypool. Or they're saying incomplete. They're saying he scooped it off the. Okay, I thought it was completed. Ben was unable to step into his throw due to the blitz. Claypool came back to the ball. I thought he caught it. So close to getting that giant. Listen, once you get to Ben, it's another thing to bring him down, right? You get there, that's the first step. Bring him down, that's another thing. You know, he's kind of like our quarterback, except for he's not nearly as fast, right? He doesn't run the ball as much. But, man, if just because you get to him does not mean you're going to bring him down. 2nd and 10, shotgun formation. Bills send pressure again. This one's completed to the outside. A short pass to Chase Claypool, about 4-yard out route, and he is tackled immediately. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 6. That's Josh Norman on the tackle. So 3rd and 6, 6 minutes to go now in the first quarter. All right, looking at number 71 of the Steelers, got hurt. He's heading to the locker room. So that's a big loss for the Steelers offensive line. That's Matt Feeler. So we got 3rd and 6. Again, 3rd down is crucial in this game. Shotgun formation. Bills fake the pressure. Pump fake. Going over the middle of the field. That one is completed to Johnson. Still showing confidence. Going back to Johnson. Or no, that's Smith-Schuster. I'm sorry. Smith-Schuster, number 19, with the catch. And that's going to be a 1st down close to midfield for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 5:14 to go here in the first quarter, and that's a huge 1st down. Again, 3rd downs are going to be crucial. Good pump fake by Ben, bringing it back down, finding Smith-Schuster. Johnson on the tackle, but not before Smith-Schuster gets to the 40-yard line. Ben under center. You got 2 wide receivers to his left, to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. They hand the ball off to James Conner. I have noticed it's a 3-yard gain before he is tackled by Harrison Phillips. I have noticed that every time the Steelers have been under center, they've handed the ball off. So the Steelers, the Bills front 4 needs to pay attention to that. They cannot let James Conner be able to beat them, because then the play action plays a much bigger part in this game, because you know that they're going to sooner or later just do a play action from underneath center. And as I say, they're under center again, 2 wide receivers top of the screen, and this time no play action, just a quick slant route for another 1st down. That's again to Smith-Schuster, gets to the Buffalo Bills side of the ball. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Bills' 49-yard line. So this is going to be the first play for either team on the opposite side of the ball. So we telegraph the run, says Pinchera. They need to change it up. This is Quentin Jackson. The Bills will catch on. While they changed it up there, under center, a quick slant route to Smith-Schuster, gets them into Buffalo Bills territory. So 1st and 10 for the Steelers, 3:45 to go in the first quarter. Another run by James Conner. This one gets another 3 yards before he's brought down, this time brought down by A.J. Klein. That's not Conner. That's actually number 38 for the Steelers on the carry. That's going to be Jalen Samuels on the carry for the Steelers. That gets 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Again, on the Buffalo Bills side of the ball at the 46-yard line. Ben under center again. 3 wide receivers, trips to the top of the screen. Lone receiver at the bottom. It's a pitch to the left. I'm sorry, to the right side, and that's going to be a gain of 1 for the Steelers. Again, that's Jalen Samuels with a gain of 1, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 6, another huge 3rd down for the Bills defense. Again, the score, it's going to be a low-scoring game. I mean, they're proving that right now. It's going to be a low-scoring game, so every possession, every score matters. So the Bills need to come up with a stop here on 3rd and 6. Shotgun formation for Ben. Got run back to his right, 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. 5 seconds on the play clock, 2:30 on the game clock. Bills sending pressure. It's going to be a deep bomb. Incomplete. Trey White on the coverage. That was intended for James Washington. That was the first pass attempt for James Washington. And it's going to be on 4th down. Ross Rios says that Jerry Hughes, 55, was held on the play. Bills are a really good team, Quinn. Both these teams are really good. Punt formation out there, 4th and 6. Watch the fake. That's all I'm worried about. Steelers do punt the ball away. Roberts calling for a fair catch at the 15. He's unable to catch it, so he lets it bounce. First touching is going to be about the 15-yard line. And it's going to be 1st and 10, Buffalo. But the Steelers do change field position here, right? 2 first downs on this drive. A nice catch by Juju Smith-Schuster. And in a 0-0 game, right now, field position matters. So you talk about changing field position a little bit. Now the Bills starting inside their own 20-yard line for the first time in this game at about the 14-yard line. So we'll see how this Bills offense comes up, because again, you need to get a first down or 2. The Bills still only with 1 first down, I believe, in this game right now. 2 first downs in this game. Need to sustain a drive a little bit, okay? Get a few first downs, even if you just do what the Steelers just did, get to midfield, punt the ball away, that's a win. In a game like this, that is a win. Both these defenses are playing really well. You got this Pittsburgh Steelers defense already getting 2 deflections on Josh Allen. And forcing an interception already in this game. So this offensive line needs to step up. Wonder if Mitch Morse will be back in this game yet. Looked like they were bandaging it up his right or his left bicep. So we'll see if he's back in there. Bills' 3rd best team in the NFL for first quarter scoring. I know he used to score a lot. I take that back, Quinn. It's cool. I know we score a lot in the first quarter. So, I mean, again, if you end this first quarter 0-0, you have to say it's a win for the Steelers. But I trust this Bills team to keep on, they have to win some of these games, these grind them out type games. And that's what this game's going to be. Obviously, my 28-27 score prediction at this point looks like they're not going to hit that many points. I'm looking at King Cam. I think he said 17-14. At the beginning of this one, that's the type of score we're looking at in this game. Bills start with the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line, 2:12 to go in this one. Again, as far as stats go, Josh Allen only 2 for 7 right now with that interception in this game. You got James Conner, 4 rushes for 8 yards, Zach Moss, 2 for 8 yards. Juju Smith-Schuster, 3 receptions for 25 yards. Cole Beasley, 1 for 13. The Steelers have 3 first downs. The Bills only have 1 first down in this game right now. 0 for 2 on 3rd downs. Wonder if Daboll's going to go. See, Steelers are the best. It's Quentin Jackson. Wonder if the Steelers or the Bills, if you're going to see Brian Daboll try trick play here or something to get this offense kind of fired up. Mitch Morse's injury is an elbow. He is probable to return. Shotgun formation for the Bills. You got 1 wide receiver to the top of the screen. Knox going in motion. Now you have Beasley going in motion. So now you have Diggs and Beasley to the top of the screen. You have Moss, it looks like, to Allen's right. Pass is to Diggs. That's his first catch of the day. Gets to 21, maybe the 22-yard line. Picks about 7 on first down. Going to bring about 2nd and 3 for the Buffalo Bills. We need screens, Joe, says Ross. Yeah, I mean, we tried a running back screen on, I think, the 2nd drive. Got stopped for 1 yard. So it's not like we haven't tried any. 1:40 to go in the first quarter, still scoreless. Again, Steelers did start with the ball, so the Bills will get the ball to start the second half. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Hand the ball off to Moss, and this time the Steelers defense is right there. Loses about half a yard on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd and 3. Zach Moss unable to break free on that one, and so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 for this Buffalo Bills offense. That's Williamson, number 51 of the Packers, on the tackle. Shotgun formation, Allen looking to throw, throws it, and that's completed. That's going to be a first down. Great job by Diggs. Another overthrow by Josh Allen. There's a flag down. Maybe the Bills caught the Steelers with too many men on the field. So we'll see what happens. Not sure if the Bills caught the Steelers with too many men on the field. I live in Pennsylvania. $12 men on the field by a defense. That's why it's such a quick snap, and it's going to be a first down. So the Bills do get their second first down of the game. They had 13 guys on the field, and we still completed the pass. All right, Allen under center, 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Allen's under center, single back set. They fake the handoff, blitz coming. Allen throws it high again. Allen has been, that one's intended for Dawson Knox. Allen has been high all day early on in this game. For how accurate he was on Monday night, he's been throwing the ball high in this game. Missing high, missing long to Diggs on that long pass down the center of the field. Huge snow, says Ross Wheeler. Maybe in my young days. You play games like Madden? No, I do not play Madden. When I was younger, maybe. Freddie's right. Yeah, no, I don't play video games anymore. I'm too old. Got a kid. Shotgun formation, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 10. Allen throwing a screen to Gabriel Davis. Gabe Davis gets knocked down right away. So Ross Wheeler comes in saying he wants a screen. They try to wide receiver screen there. Hilton on the tackle. It's a 1-yard loss. So now it's going to bring up 3rd and 11 for the Buffalo Bills. They do not have to get a playoff to end this quarter. So let's see what the Buffalo Bills do. I don't think the Bills are going to snap it before the end of the quarter. I think we're going in the second quarter scoreless. Where's Singletary? Singletary was in the game to start off, but he has not got a carry yet in this one. I think he had a screen pass where he caught it and went for 1.5 yards. Not sure if he got hurt on the play. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Scoreless game here. Defensive struggle. So on 3rd and 11, maybe they're thinking give this defense a little bit more time to rest in between quarters here, thinking that they probably will not get a long 3rd and 11. The Bills yet to convert a 3rd down in this game. Again, in the pregame, we talked about how the Bills were number 1 on 3rd in the NFL on 3rd down conversion percentage. The Steelers defense doing a great job not letting them pick up downs. Thank you, Quentin Jackson. I do appreciate that. Make sure everyone does hit that thumbs up button as we watch this game between the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. A game that's 0-0. Right now, 2 defenses doing a great job right now. Again, the Steelers getting that interception. The Bills 0 for 2 on 3rd downs, have a 3rd and 11 coming up here. Bills ran 14 plays in the first quarter and only gained 36 yards. Again, it concerns me seeing Josh Allen constantly throwing those passes high, even though one completion to Stephon Diggs was high. Diggs had to go up and get it at the highest point. So would love to see Josh Allen calm down a little bit again for how accurate he was on Monday Night Football against the 49ers, struggling early in this game. Defense doing a good job keeping the Bills in it, right? The Bills are still right there, still a scoreless game. The Bills obviously get the ball to start the second half. We know about the 3rd quarter woes for the Buffalo Bills. In a game like this, you can't afford to have those woes any more so than you already are having. We see a big difference without John Brown on the field. John Brown would definitely open up the playbook a little bit more. Again, I wouldn't be surprised on the next drive or two to see Dable go into the playbook and try to create something. Now, I'm not saying it's a smart idea. I don't think it's a smart idea because I think this Mike Tomlin coached Pittsburgh Steelers defense is too good to fall for those trick plays. I think that's the problem. a team like the Chargers, maybe not as disciplined, right? But Coach Tomlin always preaches discipline to his guys, making the plays that need to be made. And so he'll have his defensive guys always in the right spot. Trick plays always messes with teams. Trick plays. Now the wind is with us, says Jay Boogie, and that could be another factor. Love to see these two quarterbacks that were similar at one point in time. These two quarterbacks have a similar style, bigger quarterbacks. You obviously Josh Allen in the second half of this season looking downfield more, right? Not running the ball nearly as much in the second half of the season as he did his rookie year or even his second year. So that's kind of good to see. I like seeing that. And that's what you see in Ben, right? Hard to bring down, can extend plays, but he's not one to really take off all the time. As the snow does start coming down in Buffalo, Ben is getting older. He is. And, you look at the other two star quarterbacks that were drafted. Eli Manning retired. Phillip Rivers maybe should have retired a while back. Blitz is coming from the outside. Allen hit again as he throws the ball and almost throws an interception. There has not been a whistle, so there's a fight for the ball. They did blow the play dead. Sutton is yelling for a flag, though. He's yelling for that red flag. O-line getting owned. Well, that was a blitz coming from the outside. Knox maybe should have. I think his arm was going forward. I have to see in slow-mo. His arm is not going forward. That's a fumble. That's a fumble. That looked like a fumble to me. That's definitely a fumble. That's a fumble. So if Mike Tomlin doesn't challenge this, the Bills get away with one. The play is run, so it's too late. But that Bojorquez with a good punt. But I feel like Tomlin missed a chance there. That was a fumble by the Buffalo Bills, by Josh Allen. And Bojorquez with a good punt, good special teams coverage, and the Steelers will start the ball at the 20-yard line. No challenge, but that should have been. Mike Tomlin missed an opportunity there because the Steelers did jump on that ball then. Yeah, it's too late now. Too late. So the Steelers get the ball at the 20-yard line. Missed opportunity by the Steelers. They could challenge that. That would have been Josh Allen's second turnover of the game. Thomas Jefferson's on the Bills. No, that's not what they were saying. Steelers. All right, shotgun formation for Ben Roethlisberger. First down, 14:41 to go in the second quarter. Two wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, one to the top. Bills sending four. Ben going deep. Incomplete pass. Norman on the coverage. That was intended for Chase Claypool. Norman right there. Good job by him. Nice coverage. Absolutely was nice coverage. Good job by the Bills there. Thomas Jefferson, 1776 career passing yards. Not for the Bills. I mean, I can't speak for other teams' history, but he never played for the Bills. That's all I could tell you. Shotgun formation again, 14:34 to go in the second quarter. 2nd and 10 now for the Steelers. Bills jump. So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty, so it's going to be 2nd and 5 now. The Steelers have been the more disciplined team so far. Neutral zone infraction on the defense. So it's going to be 2nd and 5. That was Trey White on the penalty. Freddie says, predicting halftime score 7-3 Bills. I would love to see that right now. Because like I said, right now the Steelers have gotten the turnover. They are the more disciplined team right now. And their defensive front four is getting pressure on Josh more than our defensive front four is getting pressure on Ben. So those are all things going in the Steelers' way. Under center, they hand the ball off. This one goes for 7 yards and a first down before it looks like Norman is in on the tackle. Number 24 on the carry for the Steelers. That's Benny Snell Jr. Normally you see Benny Snell in the game. Snell's one of those, he's like our TJ Yeldon, except for he plays. He's great out of the backfield at catching the ball. So when you see Benny Snell in there, that does not necessarily mean they're just going to run the ball. As we're under center again, Ben's under center again, and Snell is still in there. So right now, both teams combined just got over 100 yards with 13:55 to go in the second quarter. Quick pass play by the Steelers. Plenty of room in the open field. Gets back into Buffalo Bills territory. That's Smith-Schuster over the middle, getting about 20, 25 yards on that one before he's forced out of bounds. And that's going to be a 1st and 10. The Steelers again on the Buffalo Bills side of the ball. Again, just a quick over-the-middle route. You cannot have – and Tremaine Edmonds actually ran into Teron Johnson, leaving Juju Smith-Schuster wide open, and that's how he's able to get upfield. When you're watching a Steelers game and your dad flips out, I can believe that. 4 receptions for Smith-Schuster for 45 yards. Shotgun formation for Ben Roethlisberger. He doesn't run back to his left. 1st and 10. They run the ball. Snell again. This time Edmonds takes him down after a gain of 1. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Steelers. 13:05 to go here in the first half. Again, the Steelers got the ball first. To me, the Steelers, I mean, and it's still pretty close, right? 0-0. But at this point in the game, the Steelers have the advantage. Again, they're just playing better. They're able to sustain more drives. This is the second drive where they've gotten multiple first downs and moved into the Buffalo Bills side of the ball. The Buffalo Bills have 1 first down, have not been able to keep a drive going. The Steelers, no penalties so far that I know of. They haven't turned the ball over. Snell again gets the ball out of shotgun formation. He gets the ball to about the 41-yard line. He's taken down. It's again 3rd down, but it's going to be 3rd and short, 3rd and about 3 with 12 and a half minutes to go here in the first half. Jay Boogie, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3. Ross Wheeler asking for better play calling by our offense, I imagine, is what you're saying. You're saying Dable's not doing a good job creating plays. Shotgun formation, 5 wide receiver set on this 3rd and 3 from the 41-yard line. Bills have 6 men at the line of scrimmage. Edmonds and Klein. Edmonds now backing off. Klein backs off as well. They try to go over the middle. This one is completed, or is it incomplete? Incomplete. So good defense there. That one was intended for number 85. So it's going to be 4th and 3. Steelers sending out the punting unit. So another drop by the Steelers. Milano on the coverage. Just never had his hands on the ball. So that's another incompletion that probably should have been caught. Again, just watch the fake punt. That's all I want to see. 4th and 3 from the 41. Just watch the fake. Again, they are now winning the special teams battle when it comes to field position. And so the Bills will start the ball, it looks like, at the 9-yard line. Yes, the Bills will start the ball at their own 9-yard line. 11:44 to go in the first half. Still a scoreless game between the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers, forcing the Buffalo Bills to try to drive downfield, something they haven't been able to do yet in this game. Again, only 1 first down for our Buffalo Bills up to this point. Less than 100 yards of offense for either team. Both defense showing up to play in this one. Again, like I said, Josh Allen accuracy off in this game right now, whether it be due to the weather. I hope not, because December and January football in Buffalo doesn't get any easier as the season goes on. So I hope that he's able to control himself, get composure over himself, and able to drive this team. Again, on this type of drive, I'm not asking for a scoring drive. I would love to see a scoring drive. I'm not asking for one. Get the ball to about the 35, 45-yard line, then punt. That's a win for this team at this moment. Again, if we're playing a field position game, right now the Steelers are taking advantage of that. They're winning that battle. They're getting more pressure on Josh Allen, and as this game wears on, that has to scare you. If they're getting more pressure on Josh Allen when both teams are still pretty fresh, imagine when this offensive line starts getting tired, what's going to happen. Can't keep giving Josh too many chances. He will get his groove. I hope so. I really hope so. I want TD, says Ross Wheeler. I do agree with that as well. Both partners getting more work in one game than all season. Glad I didn't bet the over. I never really should. When was the last time there was a 0-0 tie in the NFL? I'm pretty sure it was actually this season, actually. But give me 1 second. And we can tell you. We can look it up. We can look it up. Interesting. Pro Football Reference has a score history of every single game in NFL history ever. That's insane. Detroit Lions, New York Giants had a 0-0. Forget when, but recently, says Freddie. All right, so the game is back. So unfortunately, I couldn't find it real quick, but I'm sure we can find it. Take a look at Josh's passer rating. Last I saw was at 0. Because again, he's having a rough day. 11:44 to go. Allen shotgun formation, 9-yard line. Trips to the bottom of the screen. McKenzie coming in motion. They do run it up the middle with that Singletary in there. Gets the ball to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Picks about 2.5 on the play. Josh Allen, 4 for 11 for 22 yards and an interception. So a QBR of 7 right now. 7. Bills need running backs. Ross loves our running backs. Jay Boogie says, okay, run play, 3 yards. 3 yards, yeah. 2nd and 7, shotgun formation, 5 wide receivers set. Looks like Lee Smith is in there. 3 wide receivers to the top of the screen. If you want to include Lee Smith as a wide receiver, I don't. Looking to throw, finds Beasley at about the 16-yard line. So it's going to bring up a short 3rd down. Need to convert this 3rd down, guys. Need to convert this 3rd down. This is a huge 3rd down for the Buffalo Bills and for the Steelers defense. Again, the Steelers defense doing a great job getting pressure on Josh Allen. 3 wide receivers top of the screen to the bottom. Allen looking to throw the ball. That is complete to Gabe Davis. Way to trust the rookie in a clutch situation. Gets to the 22-yard line. Going to be a 1st down for the Buffalo Bills. Again, that's a huge 1st down for the Bills. Huge 1st down. Give that defense a little more time to rest. Shotgun formation, 5 wide again. 6 for 13 for 33 yards now for Josh Allen. And looking to throw. He has time. Looking to throw. Rolling to the right. Looking to throw. Throws it deep over the middle. Incomplete. Dawson Knox went up to try to get it. Unable to do so. 2nd and 10. Always scary when you throw it across your body like that. Nice try, Knox. Yeah, that was a good try by Knox. Someone else comes in and says Knox is terrible. Now, if he leads Dawson Knox has the whole left side of the field to himself. So if he throws it more to the Bills sideline, Knox could have caught that one. Ball slippery. I don't want that excuse when you're getting paid millions of dollars. Shotgun formation, quick pass over the middle. This one is to Knox. Knox fumbles the ball, and the Steelers recover. And Chris Collinsworth says he thinks it was caught in the air anyway, so it doesn't matter if it was a fumble or yeah, it's probably enough of a catch either way. So it's going to actually count as an interception for Josh Allen again, because that ball never hits the ground. Dawson Knox forces Dawson Knox gives the Steelers another interception, and now the Steelers have great field position inside the Bills' 35-yard line. Wow. Unreal. Yeah, unreal. Knox, you're fired. That's unreal. Wow. So, yeah, the Steelers have great field position. Again, Steelers just outplaying the Bills at this point, defensively, offensively. They're going to start with the ball. I mean, again, our defense, no, I can't say that. Our defense is playing really well. So let's say if our defense can stand up here, make a play, force a field goal. They're at the 30-yard line. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. They run it on first down with Connor. Connor spins away from a tackle in the backfield. He fumbles the ball. But it looks like the Steelers get back on top of it. Yeah, it's Steelers' ball. So he actually gains 3 yards after the fumble. So again, the breaks are breaking the Steelers' way. The Steelers are forcing turnovers. So just really everything going the Steelers' way here in the first half. If we can stop them to a Juju Smith-Schuster, I think it was on the recovery there. Good job by him. If we can stop them to a field goal on this drive, that would be huge for the Buffalo Bills. Wow. 9 minutes to go, 9:05 to go here in the first half. Steelers have bought the Bills' 22-yard line. They are going to run it again on 2nd and 2. Connor breaks the outside, gets inside the 20-yard line to the 19. So that's going to be a first down for the Steelers, and the first time for either team they're inside the red zone. Steelers inside the red zone. Gang, guys, thank you for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk, Sunday Night Football prime time. Carr says this defense always almost catches running backs in the backfield. They have missed a few tackles today. First and 10 from the 19.5-yard line. Shotgun formation. Ben looking to throw. Again, the Bills not getting any pressure, and that's a touchdown. James Washington with his first catch of the day. Touchdown over the middle of the field, and the Steelers go up 6-0 with 8:21 to go here in the first half. The Bills are not looking good in this game. Just not looking good so far. Now, again, you cannot blame the defense for this. Wallace is so bad. Wallace does get turned around by James Washington, and he's the one that is in coverage for that touchdown. Wow. I know it's only 1-score game, guys, but it just feels like a lot more right now. Feels like a lot more. 2 turnovers by the Steelers. Both of them count as interceptions by Ben. The kick is up, and the extra point is good. So 8:21 to go here in the first half. The Steelers up on the Bills, 7-0. Wow. Let's respond, guys. Gotta have faith, says Jay Boogie. Again, I mean, anything can happen here. They can turn this thing around, but again, it's a 1-score game that feels like so much worse. Feels like so much worse. But again, guys, thank you for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk. Mafia start believing was down 10 to Miami, says Ravi. It's not that I don't believe they can come back. I never said I don't believe they can't come back. They can. We have one of the best quarterbacks at coming back in the NFL, right? Get this game to a 1-score game in the fourth quarter, and we have one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL to bring our team back. But are you telling me we look like a team capable of coming back right now? No. Can this offense turn around? Of course they can. Just because I'm critical of my team does not mean I don't think they can come back. Does not mean I don't believe in them. Does not mean I don't think that we can beat this team in the playoffs. Doesn't mean any of that. Just means our offense is not playing well at this moment. That's all that means. We need some momentum. Roberts can get a big return. That would really give us some momentum. We've seen Roberts create that spark before. Can he do it again? Yes, Ross. I think I have an idea of what you want to do with Dawson Knox right now. It's better I turn it off before I go full rage mode, says Dragon Wolf. Well, if you want to turn off the game and just listen, you can definitely do that. I'll keep you up to date. I'll keep you up to date. Again, Bills down 7-0 off Josh Allen's second interception of the game. Josh will be back shortly. Thank you for your patience, says Jay Boogie. Again, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk, this Sunday night football edition. If you haven't already hit that thumbs up button, please be sure to do so. If you haven't subscribed to Believers Talk, do that as well. Jake from State Farm is in a different commercial. I haven't been watching the commercials. I'm not sure. Just switch up Knox and Moss for Yeldon. Maybe not. But it does make you wonder why Tyler Kroft was in this game, right? Tyler Kroft catches that ball. You think? Maybe. 7-0 Steelers. Bills get ready. Get the ball after kickoff. Roberts will have a chance for a return here. 2 steps into the end zone. Gets to the 10. Gets to the 15. Gets to the 20. Gets about the 24-yard line. So not bad by Andre Roberts. Getting to the 24. It looked like he would get a lot less than that. But now this Bills offense needs to get something going. Most consecutive game with a regular season sack. I guess the Steelers are close to that record right now. They haven't sacked Josh Allen yet, but they're tied. Okay, they're tied right now for the lead. So we'll see if they get a sack today. Bud Dupree out for this game. He's the second leader in sacks since that streak started. So Kroft does catch that ball. I agree. Shotgun formation for Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Trips to the bottom of the screen. You have a wide receiver to top screen as well. Allen fumbles the ball, and the Bills recover it. But it's going to be a strip sack fumble for the Steelers, so that gives them the record. So way to show that stat right before it happens. So that's going to be second and long again, guys. It's not that I don't believe in this team, but this team is not showing me anything that says, hey, you're going to be able to come back in this one. I mean, still early, still got a lot of time. Way to go, Mitch Morse, to fall on top of that one. But that could have been devastating if that's another Josh Allen turnover. I mean, we all know about Josh Allen not being able to hold on to the ball. We all know about Josh Allen not being able to hold on to the ball. 2nd and 18 now for the Bills. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. And looking to throw, throwing it up in the air. Gabe Davis with a huge catch. That's a catch. No, they say it was out of bounds. Wow. Gabe Davis is open. He's out of bounds. Get your feet in. Toe tap, man. Toe tap. Stephon Diggs, teach him something. Stephon Diggs, go teach him something. Toe tap. Man, so close to a big play. That definitely was the type of play that could change the momentum of this game. Instead, we have a 3rd and 18 shotgun formation again. Again, the Bills yet to pick up a 3rd down in this one. And creating a play with his feet. Going to run with the ball. Nowhere close to a 1st down. Gets to the 27-yard line where he's tackled by 2 Steelers. That's Edmonds on the tackle. It's going to be 4th down. Bills are going to have to punt again. Rely on this defense to make a play. 7 minutes to go in the first half. 4 offensive tackles. It looks like Dawkins and Johnson was in on Watt a little bit ago. Yeah, Darrell Williams. Darrell Williams is going 1-on-1 against TJ Watt, which is a big-time mismatch. And Dawkins is still the guy on the other side. Decent pump by Bajorquez. Punts it inside the 30-yard line. And that's where the Steelers start the ball. 7-0 Pittsburgh. 6:37 to go in the first half. We think about them, Steelers 7-0. Again, the Steelers have the momentum in this game. The Bills defense has come out. They've tried to keep this game close. They've tried to keep the Bills in it, but sooner or later, we all know how this defense struggles when the other team controls time possession. When the other team has a lot of possessions, they find ways to beat this defense. That's been our problem all year. And you can't blame the defense for the Steelers starting with the ball inside Buffalo Bills territory on that last drive. But the Bills defense has been on the field more than the Steelers defense at this point. Duke gets switched to tight end. If Duke was going to get switched to tight end, that move would have already happened. Currently at commercial break, guys. Steelers up on the Bills 7-0. The Steelers are getting the ball back. Let's go D, get a turnover, says Ravi. And yeah, again, a good one play could change the momentum of this game. We just saw Gabe Davis almost make a key play in this one, which would have been the first big play for the Bills all game, which would have given the Bills the ball on the Steelers side of the field. But he's unable to get that second foot in bounds. Again, needs to be taught how to do that toe tap real quick, because I think Diggs would have came down with that ball in bounds. I think that was put in a good spot. Maybe could have led Gabe Davis a little bit more, but he was under pressure as well. So Gabe Davis needs to make a play there, I think, in a game where the offense is having a hard time getting going. Pick six, says King Cam. Come on, Lee Smith to help. Ross Wheeler, I don't know. I don't know if you send Lee Smith in to help or not at this point. Maybe there's some truth to Allen not doing well in bad weather. I hope not, because he's in Buffalo. So I hope that's not a problem, because he's in Buffalo right now. Bills have not established anything yet. You're correct. Team, no sleep on defense, like Kevin Gates said. I don't get tired, says Jay Boogie. Well, maybe. Hopefully they don't get tired this game. Do they make minimum wage or million, says Ross Wheeler? Yeah, I think it's close to the second one. Maybe they're our offense is not in rhythm, Jay. You're right. Our offense is not in rhythm. Our defense has been the only thing keeping us in this game right now. Only thing keeping us in this game right now. But again, guys, thank you for joining me on Billievers Talk. So we get ready for the Steelers to start their next possession. Already up 7-0 on the Buffalo Bills. They get the ball after that touchdown drive. Let's see what they do after the Bills go 3-and-out once again. Again, the Bills offense unable to do anything so far to this point. Allen Joseph scores 7-0 Pittsburgh. Kind of gets the ball on first down. He gets a yard on the play, maybe a yard and a half before he's tripped up from behind. But Allen Joseph, thank you for joining us on this edition of Billievers Talk. Every team is entitled to play like crap every 8 games, right? It's just Jay Boogie. Maybe, but I want to see this team do better. This Bills team can do better. Just re-showing the touchdown play, the inside move by Washington for the touchdown. 2nd and 9 for the Steelers. 6 minutes to go now in the first half. Again, Steelers start with the ball in this game, so the Bills will get the ball to start the second half. Shotgun formation. Ben hands the ball off on a draw to Connor. And again, the whistle has blown. Again, you talk about the breaks going the Steelers' way. The whistle blew. I'm not sure if Connor was down or not, but the whistle blew. And after the whistle blows, Connor drops the football. I mean, talk about things going and the whistle clearly blew. I'm not saying that it didn't. But you talk about breaks going the Steelers' way. That's one of them. 3rd and 9, 5:20 to go here in the first half. Again, big third down for the Bills defense. Hope to get the Steelers off the field here. Maybe give our offense another chance to score before the end of the half. Bills have 6 at the line of scrimmage. Send 4. Blitz coming, unable to get there. Incomplete. No flags. So that's going to bring up. There's a late flag. Oh my gosh! What a late flag! Wow! You've got to be kidding me. Wow, there's no flag there. Flag. Good coverage, Trey White. There's no foul on the play. Thank you. As Trey White and Ben are talking, who knows what they're saying, but it didn't look like it was anything troubling. Looked like they were having a good time in the huddle. Even Big Ben agrees. That's probably what they said. Ben was like, man, you were holding him. You threw his helmet off. It was crazy. I can't believe I missed that. So the 6th punt of the day for the Steelers. Again, 5 minutes to go now in the first half. Roberts calling for another fair catch at the 25. Let's see if this offense can get something going. Guys, if we go into this game tied at halftime, that's a big win for the Buffalo Bills. Bills D playing great, I would agree. Roberts still house. Well, the Steelers punter is getting a lot of good hang time on his punts, so not giving Roberts time to get a good punt return going. All I want for Christmas is my Josh Allen back. No, we know that Josh Allen can struggle at times. Let's not get it twisted. I've never been one to say Josh Allen's in that elite category yet. He played elite on Monday. But we definitely have a good quarterback. Screen pass set up. This one going to Beasley. Beasley gets to 30 to about the 33, 34-yard line, 33 before he's tackled. So a gain of 7 on first down. Going to be 2nd and 3 for the Buffalo Bills. 4:40 to go here in the first half. Beasley, the only guy doing anything. Diggs has 1 catch so far, I believe it is. Maybe 2 if they declined that penalty. I forget if they declined it or accepted it. Gabe Davis has maybe 1 catch on this one so far, on that 3rd down. 2nd and 3, Josh Allen under center. Rush coming. Gets to Allen. Allen gets the ball away. This one is dropped by Gabe Davis. Another one Gabe Davis should be catching. Big drop there. Going to bring up 3rd and 3. Gabe Davis mad at himself after that one. But that one's right there for Gabe Davis to catch as the blitz is coming up middle by looks like one of the Steelers linebackers coming in on the blitz. But, yeah, if you're Gabe Davis, you need to catch that one. 3rd and 3, 4 minutes and 14 seconds to go here in the first half. Bills have the ball at the 33-yard line. Shotgun formation. Steelers showing pressure. They send everybody. Pass is caught by Diggs. Diggs able to break a tackle. Diggs to 45 to the 50. Inside Steelers territory to the 45. And that's the first big play for our Buffalo Bills. The Steelers trying to make a tackle with their shoulders, trying to make a big hit, unable to knock down Diggs. And he can run after the catch, gets inside Steeler territory for a first down. Number 39 of the Steelers laid into him a little bit, but Diggs able to stay on his feet and get into Steelers territory. This is the first time the Bills are inside Steelers territory all game. Let's go, Diggs. Diggs. Again, Diggs making a big play there. That's what this offense needs to hopefully get going a little bit. Under center, 1st and 10, 3:20 to go in the first half. It's a stretch play to Moss. Moss breaks a tackle, gets inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line where he's brought down hard. So it's going to bring about 2nd and 5 for the Buffalo Bills. 3:15 to go here in the first half. And the Bills look like they might have something going here. 2nd and 4 was a 6-yard gain on first down. Again, guys, thank you for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk. The Bills finally showing some life on offense. It's been a struggle for this Bills offense. 2 interceptions by Josh Allen thrown. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. Josh looking that way, throws quick out to Diggs. Diggs gets his toes and bounce. That's how you do it, Gabe Davis. To about the 30-yard line. That's going to be a first down. 2:37 to go here in the first half. We'll probably run one more play before the 2-minute warning. Another Bills first down. That's a good job by this Bills offense. Again, getting something going. I think that's a bad spot at the 31. Josh Allen now 10 for 20 for 76 yards and 2 interceptions actually, but they're not, whatever. And looking to throw over the middle. Diggs again, this time inside the 20, inside the 15. There is a flag down. Flag at the line of scrimmage, so we'll see who is on. Lee Smith looks like he's slow to get up on the play. But he's stretching it off. Allen got knocked down the play as well. There's a conversation by the officials going on right now. That's a clean hit. Clean hit. Good hit by Vondu. Bet on Bills, says Jay Boogie. All right, so then we offset penalties. Legal formation by the offense. Oh, they did call roughing the passer. I thought it was a clean hit. What? I mean, the Bills make out in this scenario. Roughing the passer. He did not hit him on the knees. Stop it. Stop it. He's up in the thigh area. That's ridiculous if you ask me. But listen, and this is all ridiculous if you ask me. I don't know how that's roughing the passer. I have no idea how that's roughing the passer. And so not only so it's a 2-minute warning, so I have plenty of time to explain this. Allen is okay. Wow. All right, Freddie, I don't know if you're watching or not, but tell Mike I think that's ridiculous. I think that's ridiculous. All right, so blitz comes. Steeler guy gets there. His shoulder and helmet are starting at the waist and working down. So the impact probably starts on his thigh pad and works its way down under the knees. But the initial impact's on the thigh. You can end his career, Joe. Low hit. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. Listen, I'll take it. But, man, that's a tough one. And then not only that, they're not offsetting penalties. They're not. I didn't know that. Now, if that's the rule, that's the rule. I can't say anything about that. But so instead of offsetting penalties, go back to second down, I believe it was. The Bills now, by rule, the illegal formations declined and the roughing the passer is accepted. So now the Bills will have the ball in the red zone. They have it 1st and 10. What about the almost taking out Allen's ACL? They almost hit him low, Joe. Like they almost hit him low. It was crazy. So they need to call that one every time. Every time. I get it. I get it. So the Bills will have the ball 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So 7-0 Pittsburgh here. Again, Steelers up on a touchdown pass from Ben Roethlisberger to James Washington. Levi Wallace on the coverage, of course, or lack there of coverage. The Bills now driving right before the half. 2 minutes to go now in the first half. We're at the 2-minute warning. The Bills will get the ball to start the second half as well. Bills have the ball 1st and goal at the 16-yard line. Glad they're going to protect our quarterback. It's a tough one, guys. That's a tough one. Each knee is worth $50 million. Not yet. He's still on. Those are rookie contract knees. Those are rookie contract knees. We don't need them. Josh, because nerves under control always does. Well, we don't need to talk about third quarter woes with this team. Now, last week we didn't have any third quarter woes. I'll give you that, but we've had a few of them this season, so let's not get too excited. This will be the game where the third quarter is our best quarter. I'll take it. We might need it. Second formation, 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. 5 wide receivers set. 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Lee Smith's still in there, it looks like, so good. And that's high, intended for Beasley. That's incomplete. Again, Allen's been high a lot today with his passes, not with the drugs. Too high. Too high. What do you mean too high? Too hard. Wow. But another high throw by Allen, going to be 2nd and 10 from the 16-yard line. He had Beasley, too. Lead him to the pylon. You have him. Quick out route. Maybe gets inside the 5. 2nd down, fake the handoff to Moss. Going into the end zone. Diggs, incomplete. Trying to make an adjustment on the ball. Almost made a spectacular catch. So now it's going to be 3rd and 10. They blitz like crazy. They have been so far in this game. The Steelers definitely getting pressure on Josh Allen. We're seeing how Josh Allen reacts under pressure. And, guys, I got to tell you, I don't like it. I don't like it. Shotgun formation again. 5 wide receiver set. Zach Moss to the bottom of the screen. 3 wide receivers at the top, 2 to the bottom. You got Moss and Diggs on the bottom, it looked like. Allen throwing into the end zone. Incomplete. That was close to a flag. If that wasn't a flag, that was close to a flag. Intended for Knox. And that one's going to fall incomplete. So the Bills will have to kick a field goal. So So Tyler Bass comes into the game to try to kick a field goal, try to get the Buffalo Bills on the board. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So 1:42 to go here in the first half. The Steelers are up on the Buffalo Bills 7-3. No shutout, Jim Tripp. Yeah, no shutout. Again, guys, thank you for joining me. We're at commercial break right now. The Bills just scored a field goal to make this game 7-3 with 1:46 to go in the first half. The Bills will get the ball to start the second half of this game. This game is in slow motion, says Matt Cap. Well, the defenses are showing up. And, from a Bills standpoint, you're happy to see your defense showing up in a game like this. We knew there'd be a dogfight. We knew that this would be a close game. We knew that our defense needed to show up, and they have. If this is the type of defense we have throughout the playoffs, we're going to be very, very dangerous. You figure John Brown will be back. You figure Matt Milano will be even healthier. You think that the offensive line will be fully, ready to go at that point. If we can stay healthy and our defense can play like this, we're going to be very tough to beat come playoff time. Again, we don't have John Brown. That's a huge loss in this game. Huge loss in this game. And we said that. When John Brown went on IR, most Bills fans were expecting us to go 2-1. Well, we went 2-0 in the first two games. So this was the one we were expecting to be a close one. This was the one we were expecting to be a dogfight without John Brown. With John Brown, it's still a dogfight, but I'd like our chances a little bit more. Joe, no one's in my section. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. No one's in my section either, where I normally sit. Bills need to run more screens. We've ran 2 screens for a total of 0 yards. So 2019 game, bad offense, great defenses. Traps and draw plays to slow down the pass rush of the Steelers. Again, I don't disagree with you. We need to do something to slow down the pass rush of the Steelers. Maybe some HB delays and things of that nature. But at the same time, we've run 2 screens for a total of 0 yards. So the Steelers are defending the screen pretty well. We got points for half. I'm happy. I'm not. We don't have the lead. Shotgun formation for the Steelers coming out, starting at the 25. It was I'm sorry, 20. Good tackle there by Milano. Joe and Matt Milano combined on the tackle. Nice D there. Yep. Short pass. We'll take it with less than a minute and a half to go now. 2nd and 6. 1:15 to go in the first half. Steelers are still going to try to score. Don't take it easy here. Bills show blitz. Pass over the middle is complete to their tight end. Gets to the 42-yard line. Gets a first down. Steelers still have all 3 timeouts. 1:07 to go. Plenty of time. It looks like they used one of their timeouts now. Ebron with the catch and run after. Yep, Teron Johnson came in on the blitz. Our defense just is not getting the same type of pressure on Ben as their defense is on Josh Allen. Got 1:07 to go here in the first half. The Bills trailing the Steelers 7-3. Thank you guys for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk. 3 wide receivers to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Looks like Connor to Ben's right. Bills send 4. Almost get to Ben there. Pass is incomplete. Defended by Levi Wallace. Good job by Wallace getting a hand in there. Going to be 2nd and 10, 1:02 left in the first half. Jay Boogie says, Levi, nice D. Listen, if we're going to be hard on him when he does poorly, we got to give him credit when he does well. He did well there. Deflecting the ball away from Chase Claypool brings up 2nd and 10 with 1:02 to go here in the first half. Shotgun formation again. Free play for the Steelers. No, they blew the whistle. Ben's not happy. Ben unhappy. No moss. No moss. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Bills. Neutral zone infraction. Mario Addison not having a good game. not having a good game right now. But, man, Ben was not happy. He thought he had a free play. They ruled unabated to the quarterback. I thought they were going to have a free play too. But instead, it's a 5-yard penalty. It's going to be 2nd and 5 now for the Steelers. Getting close to maybe thinking about field goal range. Is anyone having a good game? Anyone? No, not yet. Back to pass. Ben, intercepted, tipped at the line. Now someone's having a good game. That's Teron Johnson. Pick 6, going to the house. And that's huge for the Buffalo Bills. We needed a big play. We got a big play. Jim Tripp, Teron Johnson having a huge day. Pick 6, and the Bills now have the lead. I think that one was tipped at the line of scrimmage, but what a big play for this Buffalo Bills team. I mean, you see my energy? Think about their energy right now, baby. Big play by this Bills defense right before the half. I think it was tipped at the line. I'm not sure. No, it wasn't tipped. Teron Johnson's just there. Just be there. Huge play. Extra points up. Did he make it? No good. Bass misses the extra point to the right. Might be a big miss. That's his 2nd missed extra point of the season. Again, I've said all season, guys, Tyler Bass still might cost us a game this year. I'm with Jenkins. I was away for 45 seconds. Teron Johnson, you going to do that 10 seconds later? Come on. Jay Boogie, you told us we need a takeaway. I could always tell you during every game we could use a takeaway. Every game, a 7-3 game, I'll always say we could use a takeaway right now. Needs to make the extra point. You know, that looks a lot like the first field goal attempt. Yeah, I mean, remember that first field goal attempt, Tyler Bass's NFL career? They ruled it no good, but every angle you looked at it, you're like, that looks good. Now, the refs have a better viewpoint than I do, okay? And the camera angle was facing this, like facing away from the field goal post that he missed at. So, 50 seconds, do it again. Stupid Seabass. He misses an extra point. You do not like seeing missed extra points. And this is going to be a touchback, so Steelers will start again at their own 25-yard line. But wow, what a big play. So they are ruling that Dawson Knox play a fumble on Dawson Knox and not an interception. So that's huge. So Allen 10 for 23, 76 yards, no touchdowns, an interception. Ben 10 for 21, a little over 100 yards, a touchdown and an interception. Y'all been giving up 2. I seen y'all. Again, you can criticize your team and still want them to come back and still think that there's still a chance to win this game. They need a big play. They got a big play. They're going to run it on first down. The ruling was down at the 30-yard line. That's number 38 on the carry for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's Jalen Samuels on the carry. We've seen him in a few times this game. Jibbergy momentum swing, absolutely. 30 seconds to go. We might get one more play from the Steelers here. Good tackle there. Teron Johnson making a huge tackle in the middle of the field, and that's going to take us into halftime. Wow. What a way to end the half by Teron Johnson. All right, so we're at the half, and the Bills have the Bills have no reason to be winning this game right now. No reason to be winning this game right now, but yet we are. Somehow we are. Teron Johnson gets the pick 6, and the Bills are up 9-7. Again, guys, thank you for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk. If you're new, hit that subscribe button for continual Buffalo Bills news, updates, Buffalo sports updates. Again, going to keep you covered on all these live game play-by-play and reaction videos. Unable to do Monday nights. I try to get the first half in. So in 2 weeks, when we play the Patriots on Monday Night Football, I'll be unable to be here for the whole game. But I'll be here next week for the game against the Denver Broncos. And I'll be there for the first half, hopefully, of the Monday night game. And then, of course, that Week 17 matchup against the Miami Dolphins, looking less and less likely like that game will have as much meaning as we originally thought coming into this week it could have had. So now let's see how this Buffalo Bills offense comes out. Again, this offense still looks like it's struggling. Defense helped them out a ton. Absolutely. This defense, the Buffalo Bills defense and the Steelers defense are both playing really well in this game. Let's give credit where credit is due on both sides of the ball. Again, Josh Allen's thrown an interception. Dawson Knox has had a fumble. You talk about Big Ben having an interception that was returned for a touchdown. Some big plays. Pitty is so aggressive. We need some misdirection. Yeah, maybe run some of those jet sweeps that we know that they like to run with McKenzie. Maybe 2 or 3 of those would create some more space at the line of scrimmage. We saw them run that formation one time. They faked a jet sweep to McKenzie and ran Moss up the middle. I haven't seen Singletary a lot in this game. We'll talk about that. Gabe can't catch, says Ross. Really, he made a big catch on, I believe, a 3rd and 3 in this one. So you talk about Gabe Davis not being able to catch. You look at the other side of the ball, and you look at Deontay Johnson's had 2 drops, 2 big drops for the Steelers in this game. Same thing with Gabe Davis, 2 drops. So we'll see what happens there. I just remembered we need a running back. As long as we have more points at the end of the game, I don't care, says King Kim. And you're absolutely right, King Kim. Winning is all that matters in the NFL. If you want pretty wins, then find another team. And I'm sure every single team. Listen, the Kansas City Chiefs won today, and they had 4 turnovers. You want to talk about ugly wins? That's an ugly win, okay? The Bills have 2 turnovers in the first half, and they have a 9-7 lead. 2 touchdowns in this game, a missed extra point by Tyler Bass. Let's go over some stats from the first half. We did see Mitch Morse come back into the game. So glad to see him back in this one. We did not see, there was a Steelers play that went out. I believe it was number 71. I think it was Matt Feeler, however you say his last name. He went out. We did not see him come back in this game. We did see him go back to the locker room. Offense looks stagnant, but defense looks like 2019. Thankfully, Pitt still has Butterfingers. Kurt Lewis says, yeah, absolutely. I'm very happy that we have the lead. I did not think we'd have the lead at halftime, but great job. Bills win, Ravens lose. We are in, says Kingham. That is correct. Yeah, I thought that was accurate. We actually, coming into today, we needed 4 teams to lose, and we needed to win to clinch a playoff spot. We needed the Dolphins to lose. They lost. We needed the Raiders to lose. They lost. We need and maybe it was this weekend, right? Because we needed the Patriots to lose, and they lost. And now if we win this game here and the Ravens lose tomorrow to the Browns, which I think the Ravens are going to win that game tomorrow, but if they lose tomorrow to the Browns, the Bills clinch a playoff spot. But for us, it can't be about clinching a playoff spot. It has to be about that division, right? And if we win this game, we're only a game back of the Steelers for that number 2 overall seed. And now some people don't believe the 2 to 3 seed's that important. But remember, if you're the 2 seed, you're hosting the 3 seed compared to vice versa, right? So in the second round of the playoffs now, you'll be hosting whatever game it is. So you won't just host the first week's game as long as wildcard weekend. As long as you win, you're hosting. You're guaranteed to host that second round game. And if there's an upset, if the Chiefs lose, so that's the Titans or something like that, crazy happens, then the Bills host that next game as well. So to me, that's why that 2 seed is so important, because you guarantee yourself at least 2 playoff games if you win the first one. We need another Beasley to Allen in the end zone. I would love to see another touchdown start off this second half. So let's talk about some stats. We'll talk about the Steelers first. The Steelers, Ben Roethlisberger won 11 of 22 for 103 yards. The passing touchdown and the interception, has not been sacked, has not ran the ball a single time in this game. James Conner, the leading running back, has 8 rushes for 17 yards. Snell, 3 for 14. And Samuels, 3 for 9. Let's go Bills, says Nicholas. Absolutely. Juju Smith-Schuster, the leading receiver, 4 catches for 45 yards. James Washington has 2 catches for 20 yards and a touchdown. You have Eric Ebron with 1 catch for 13 yards. Johnson has 1 catch for 12 yards. Again, Johnson having 2 drops already in this game as well. So those are big drops. Both of those went for a first down, I believe. Chase Claypool only has 2 catches for 9 yards. Bills doing a good job keeping him in check as well. Samuels, 1 catch for 4 yards. Boswell has made an extra point. That's it. That's the only thing we've attempted with him. Raymond McLeod has 1 return for 15 yards. Josh will begin shortly. Thank you for your patience. Again, Jay Boogie reminding us that Josh Allen can turn this thing around in a blink of an eye and hopefully get this team right back to the offensive production we've been used to. Barry has punted the ball 6 times, averaging only 37.7 yards per punt. His longest 46, 2 of them inside the 20. Punt returns, McLeod has 1 punt return for 0 yards. It looks like Marcus Allen's the leading tackler with 5 total tackles on the day. You have Hilton with an interception, and you have Alualu with the sack on the game. Tyson Alualu with the sack. So those are the stats for the Steelers. Going over to the Buffalo Bills. Thank you, Omar. I really do appreciate that. Again, if you guys are enjoying this content, make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Who gets the ball in the second half? The Buffalo Bills get the ball to start the second half. Both teams will have the ball at some point in the second half, but the Buffalo Bills start with the ball in the second half. I'm with Jack. I sell garbage bags. The name Steelers is offensive to the plastics industry. Oh, funny. I did just see that the Cleveland Indians will be changing their name, so we'll see what happens today. Third quarter is going to be our best quarter, and the fourth is where we end it. Again, I hope so. Josh Allen, 10 for 23, 76 yards passing, 1 interception, sacked 1 time. Josh Allen's run the ball twice for 17 yards. Zach Moss, 4 for 14 yards. Devin Singletary, 1 for 3 yards. Stephon Diggs is our leading receiver, 3 catches for 38 yards. Cole Beasley has 3 catches for 24 yards. Dawson Knox, 1 for 6. He has that fumble. Gabe Davis, 2 for 6. And Devin Singletary, 1 for 2. Tyler Bass, 1 for 1 on field goals. Missed his lone extra point attempt so far. Again, you don't want to see them miss extra points, even in bad weather. Kick returns, Andre Roberts has 1 kick return for 27 yards. Bojorga has 4 punts for 189, averaging 47.3 yards per punt. His longest 54 has 1 of those inside the 20. Teron Johnson, our leading tackler, 6 total tackles on the day. And then, of course, he has that huge pick 6 at the end of the half to put this Buffalo Bills team up 9-7 at halftime. Jordan Poyer with 5 total tackles on the day. You look at some pass deflections, forced fumble. Jordan Poyer had a forced fumble. Unfortunately, Steelers were able to recover that one. But overall, a good job. Bojorges has a tackle in this game. I don't know. I didn't see that. But, yeah, way to go, Bojorges. Thanks, Lost Tech. I really appreciate that. It's time to believe in our Buffalo Bills. Again, got this hat. I believe it's the 2018 Buffalo Bills draft hat. Pitt's playing for their lives. They lose their division. It's up in the air. We lose. It's okay. But we win. It's a wrap, says Jay Boogie. Again, if we win this game, we only need to win 1 of our next 3 games to clinch the division. Again, I want to go 4-0 the rest of the way. I want to go 4-0 this last quarter of the season and put a stamp on the division. And, if we go 4-0, there's a good chance, I believe, that we will be the number 2 seed. I don't think we'll catch the Chiefs. Again, we're 2 games back of the Chiefs, and they own the tiebreak. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens there for the Chiefs. But if we beat the Steelers here, the Chiefs take that number 1 seed, take over that number 1 spot. And then it'd be very interesting to see if the Bills could take the 2. Don't think they would have a chance at the number 1 spot, though. 9-7 at halftime here. Again, the Bills do get the ball to start the second half. I thank you guys for joining me on this primetime edition of Billievers Talk. Again, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, be sure to do so for continuing Buffalo sports content. And again, I will be live next Saturday. At least I think I'll be live next Saturday. For those of you who are new to the channel, please note that my wife is expecting our 2nd child any day now. So obviously, if I can't make it next Saturday, hopefully you guys understand. But I really do appreciate you guys being here. As long as everything's okay with both my wife and the baby, I will be here next Saturday as the Bills play the Denver Broncos. That Josh Allen show will begin shortly. Again, in 8 minutes. Please get your popcorn and drinks now, says Jay Boogie. Paul C. Bentley comes in and says, go Bills. That was ugly, yet the Bills are winning. A good sign, says Matt Cap. Thank you very much to everyone congratulating me on the big news. I'm excited. I'm excited. But again, obviously, family comes first, guys. And I want to make sure that everyone knows that. I think you all do. So as long as everything is okay with all that, then we should be good to go. Baby Buffalo on the way. Yeah. Josh looks nervous as Aaron Clark when he's getting hit every other play. He shouldn't look nervous, though, because as long as he's getting hit, they're throwing him a flag, right? I mean, that roughing the passer penalty was still rough. I still can't believe that was a roughing the passer penalty. Again, it really didn't affect the play either way because we were in field goal range before that play, and we ended up only kicking a field goal on that drive. Maybe took some time off the clock, but other than that, it didn't affect much. So we'll see what happens. He has good reason to be nervous. Free rushers. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it seems like every other play, someone's rushing in on him. Now, I think we need to get the running game going more in the second half. Again, we didn't think either team would run the ball all that much in this game. But this is kind of ridiculous at this point. We're not playing a Seattle Seahawks pass defense, right? It's not like we're playing this pass defense that's going to give up a boatload of yards in this game. I mean, we're talking about between the two teams, we're talking about 7, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 rush attempts. Now, the Steelers have 14, and the Bills only have 7, okay? So the Steelers definitely, making you think run more than the Buffalo Bills are at this point. No, and QBs would be still looking downfield, says JA17. No, I agree. He's doing a good job looking downfield, even with pressure in his face. You saw that on the Gabe Davis throw. Again, Gabe Davis needs to work on getting both feet in bounds there. He caught the ball, but he did not get both feet in bounds. He needs to work on that a little bit. I looked at your action to the pick 6, got me pumped up for a second. I'm glad it did. Glad it did, Owen Jenkins. I'm glad that you're with me. I appreciate, again, all that you do to support the channel, all that everyone does to support the channel. It's really appreciated as we get ready for the second half. Yes, there's a game tomorrow, a game with huge playoff implications. As King Cam said earlier in the halftime, I said at the beginning of the game, if the Ravens lose to the Browns tomorrow and the Bills win this one, the Bills then clinch a playoff spot. And again, for the Buffalo Bills, it's not about a playoff spot. It's not a division win. We want to win that first division since 1995. And that's what it's all about. But we'll see how the Buffalo Bills do moving forward in this game. And all we can do is keep winning, right? As long as we win out. If we win out, again, I think we'll be the number 2 seed. If we win out, we guarantee ourselves the division. We guarantee ourselves at least a 3 seed, but I think we'd be a number 2 seed. The Steelers still have some tough games coming up, including one against Cleveland week 17, which might be a good game. It might be a good game, one worth watching. And if the Steelers drop one more before that time, then that's for the division. So that could be a huge game coming up week 17. The Steelers, 10 punts, tied for most in the first half this season between these two teams. First TD on Deron Johnson's pick 6 was the first TD on defense for the Bills in 46 games. That's crazy. Need play action, and Josh to do his rookie season runs. As long as Josh's runs end with him sliding or him running out of bounds, I'm okay with that. But I want to see something happen here that would really open up this offense as Roberts takes it out of the end zone to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, 25, to the 30, carries some defenders to about the 32-yard line before he's finally taken down. So good job by Andre Roberts trying to create that spark plug for this offense. Because, yes, the Bills are up 9-7 right now. But, man, our offense does not look good. Here we go, says Jay Boogie. Roberts to the 32-yard line. So, yeah, good start for Roberts. Good job taking out of the end zone, finding a lane. And you know what? Good job not trying to dance. Just run up the middle. Take some players with you if you need to. And the Buffalo Bills start with a good field position. Start the first drive of the second half at the 32-yard line. Shotgun formation for Josh Allen. Singletary to his right. Lee Smith in the backfield. He gets a chip in on Watts. Completed to Stephon Diggs. Diggs gets to about the 37-yard line. First down completion about 5 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Buffalo Bills. 9-7 Bills. First drive of the second half just underway. A first down completion to Stephon Diggs. The Bills have the ball at about the 37-yard line for a 2nd and 5. Nice rollout pass to start things off as Jay Boogie references. Try to get some pressure off of Josh Allen, create some lanes. Josh Allen under center. They do run the ball with Singletary. Singletary jumps over the pile, does get tackled about a 2-yard gain on the play. Going to make a 3rd and short. Again, we talked about the Buffalo Bills' lack of success on 3rd downs in the first half. Here we go, a 3rd and short. Need to get something going here for the Buffalo Bills. Get these 3rd downs early. And again, try to control time possession. We were 2 for 7 on 3rd downs in that first half. Need to do a better job. Shotgun formation, you do have a run back to Josh Allen's left. 2 wide receivers, 2 Allens left to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Allen looks at Diggs. Diggs to the 46-yard line. That's going to be enough for a 1st down. Quick in slant to Diggs. And the Buffalo Bills get 1st down, and they're moving the change. 13:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Bills with the first drive of the 2nd half. Now beginning to move the chains a little bit. And Diggs gets a 1st down. Allen is alive. I feel it. I feel it. Well, they're creating opportunities early here. Quick snaps, quick release, quick throws, right? And that's what we're seeing here. A rollout on 1st down, quick slant on 3rd, and now Allen's running for his life. Does get a pass completed to Dawson Knox, gets it to the Steelers side of the field, and he takes some Steelers with him as he gets about 7 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 3. Again, Josh Allen feeling the pressure there, rolling to his right, finds Dawson Knox, who picks about 7, gets into Steelers territory. Good job by Allen there, finding a guy, continuing to look downfield as he's under pressure. If the Steelers lose, they're pretenders, not contenders, says Jick Sab. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Knox, says Jay Boogie, finally making the play for the Bills. Not just going straight out of bounds after the catch. I like that too. Bringing up 2nd and 3 for the Buffalo Bills. Single step back again. They do run a stretch play to the right. Singletary gets inside the 40, inside the 35 to about the 32-yard line. First big run of the day for this Buffalo Bills offense. Good stretch play to the right. And the Bills move the chains once again. TJ Watt coming out of the game. Looks like he's okay. But coming out of the game for this snap, I mean, we need to take advantage of that. When you see their best players are not in the game, you need to take advantage of that. Maybe make a nice time to create play action here and try to go deep with TJ Watt. As long as, they don't send a blitz or anything like that, you might have time to complete something like that. Shotgun formation for Josh Allen. You got Singletary to his right. Fakes the Singletary, looking to throw. They do send a blitz. Diggs with the catch inside the 25. Gets a 1st down to the 20-yard line. So you got to like this drive to start off the 2nd half. Moving the ball. It does look like a Bills player is down. That's Dawson Knox, who's down on the ground. And that's a problem, guys. I know a lot of you don't like Dawson Knox. I understand that. But we're short at tight end as is. Dawson Knox going down means that we're with Reggie Gilliland and Lee Smith. So it really takes away any type of offensive production that the Bills can have from that tight end position. So it's very interesting to see what they'll try to do here, but they will have the ball 1st and 10 inside the red zone after a Stephon Diggs catch and run that gets them to the 20-yard line. So a big play there by Stephon Diggs, a couple big plays to start off the 2nd half by Stephon Diggs. Okay, it's okay. Josh is back. Well, again, hopefully he can finish off this drive. 9-7 Bills over the Steelers. 11:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. We're still on the first drive. Knox is up. It looks like he just had a stinger as he's kind of like rubbing his hands across the back of his neck and shoulder area. So hopefully that's the problem, and he just misses a few plays. But with 11:20 to go and we're still on the first drive, I think we had 2 punts already in the first half. In the first 4 minutes. So Singletary on another stretch play, tries to create something, unable to do so, does get the ball back to, wow. The fact that Devin Singletary got 2 yards on that play, or a yard and a half, it just talks about the effort. The single effort by the Buffalo Bills on that play was huge. Does that make us lose a timeout? It does not count as a timeout unless we're under 2 minutes in the game, in the first half or game. Let's go, Bill, says Robert Jean. That was a good pick six. Absolutely was. But just watching this play by Devin Singletary, I mean, he was in the backfield for a loss of 4, loss of 3, and he's still able to pick up a yard on that play. That's huge. 4 wide receivers set, 3 to the top of the screen for Josh Allen. Quick slant route. This one to Diggs inside the 10, inside the 5. Gets in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo Bills. Stephon Diggs with a huge drive. On that drive, Josh Allen, 2 Diggs, 8 plays, 68 yards, 4-minute and 37 drive. ending in 6 points, and the Buffalo Bills now find themselves up 15-7. I would still kick the extra point here and hopefully get that in. That's why we love Singletary, says King Kim. Yeah, I mean, it was a 1-yard gain, but it was huge as Diggs' defender slipped on the play. Number 22 slipped, and Diggs finds himself open. They're just double-checking to make sure he stretched before he was down. He absolutely did, and the Buffalo Bills score a touchdown. Up 15-7. All right, Bass, you got to make this one. Make up for the miss, and he does. So 10:23 to go in the second and the third quarter, and the Buffalo Bills now find themselves up 16-7. Great opening drive for the third quarter. Best third quarter launch all year. Huge, says Jim Tripp. Diggs he's my gold. He might be your diamond. He's my gold. He might be my gold diamond. I don't even know. He's just that clutch. And he had a great drive there. He had 3 catches on that drive. And, of course, the Buffalo Bills score a touchdown. The last catch for Diggs ending with 7 points. So now Diggs on the day, 7 catches, 80 yards. Only 4 catches away from setting a new team high in Bills history in receptions, okay? So 4 catches away will get him to 101. That will surpass Eric Moulds for the most catches in Buffalo Bills history. So that's something on the line right now. If you're keeping track of things that Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs are doing for the Buffalo Bills this season. Again, that trade for Stephon Diggs, one of the best trades the Bills might have ever made, honestly, in team history. Great trade there. You got to love the little Sean McCoy trade a few years back. That was a good one as well. But, man, it might be Diggs. I mean, let me know if you disagree, but I think the Diggs trade during this past offseason might be the best trade in Buffalo Bills history. I was going to say that record has to be Mold or Reeds. Yeah, it was Molds in 2004. Drew Bledsoe, I believe. Someone can double check me, fact check me on that one. But I know it's Molds. I know it's 100 exactly. I think it was 2004. Joseph Rodriguez, the Bills are kings. Are kings. Again, this would be a huge victory, guys. And this game's far from over. Let's not act like this game's over. Pittsburgh woke Newport says I'm right. I appreciate that. Pittsburgh has woken the sleeping dragon. I hope so. I hope this Buffalo Bills offense continues to click. Again, guys, thank you for joining me on this edition of Billievers Talk. The Bills up now on the Steelers, 16-7. A missed extra point by Tyler Bass in the first half after a pick six. After a pick six by Teron Johnson, really changed the momentum of this game. Harrison Phillips and Vance McDonald are the 2 nominees for these 2 teams for Walton Payton Man of the Year, as the Bills kick this one well into the end zone. And this will be a touchback. 10:23 to go in the third quarter. Steelers get the ball for the first time. We need that second seed, said Joseph Rodriguez. I would love to have that second seed. That would be awesome if the Buffalo Bills can get that number 2 seed. I got Bills and under, says Blackster Yang. Well, let's see. I think the original spread was 2.5. Is that correct? Bills minus 2.5. The over/under 48.5. So we're well at the under for you. Bills just need to cover that 2.5. That extra point might come in huge. Mike, that missed extra point might come in huge. Pistol formation to start things off. They hand the ball off to Connor. Connor has to reverse field, and he still gets back. He might even get a yard on that play. Again, Bills almost stop in the backfield. Connor does a good job of reversing field and is able to get 1 yard. Going to be second down. Teron Johnson is down on the field. Teron Johnson right now for the Buffalo Bills having the biggest day again after that pick six. Bills minus 2.5, 48.5. Yeah, that 2.5 might be big. But Teron Johnson's down right now. That's the thing we have to be concerned with. Teron Johnson, again, the guy who got the pick six, really got the spark the Buffalo Bills needed in the second half. Commercial break right now. Again, Teron Johnson, unfortunately, down on the ground. Again, Teron Johnson got that big first half pick six. So him being out, if this is a serious injury, could be huge in this game. Because you talk about these Steelers wide receivers. You talk about they had Juju Smith-Schuster line up in the slot a little bit earlier in this game. You still have Chase Claypool. I know Chase Claypool's been kept in check for the most part, only 2 catches, but he can break out at any time. And then you talk about Washington. Washington had that touchdown earlier in this game, so he can break out. So we really want our cornerbacks to be staying healthy here. Mom comes in. She's happy to see the Bills up 16-7. Again, a 2-score game right now. The Bills, we're going into halftime down 7-3. But Tron Johnson, as the Steelers were getting ready to try to create a drive and create points for the end of half, Ben throws a pick 6 to Tron Johnson. Really changes this game. Now, a mixed extra point by Tyler Bass is not what we wanted to see. But at the same time, gave us the lead going after 9-7. The Bills start with the ball in the second half, and they drive right downfield. Stephon Diggs with 3 catches on the drive, including the touchdown grab. Diggs with 7 catches on the game, 4 more catches, and he will surpass Eric Moulds for leading most receptions in the season in Buffalo Bills history. So looking forward to that. Bills score 1 more TD and then ice them, says Dennis Winspear. Would love to see that. And keeping the TV off, it's working so far. Well, says Shag Wolf, the Bills definitely, since that pick 6, the Bills have definitely, their offense looked really crisp on that last drive there. The momentum seems to be in the Bills' favor. And so, and we've talked about in the pregame about this Pittsburgh Steelers defense, about how tired they might get in the second half. Again, this is, they spent a lot of time talking about the Washington football team game and how that was their 3rd game in 13 days. Well, this is their 4th game in 20 days. So it's not like they got a lot, like they did get a full week in there. I appreciate that. But still 4 games in 20 days for a team that had a bye week in week 4. So this team has to be getting tired, right? And that's why I thought that first-round bye was so critical for the Steelers. I thought if they could hold on to that first-round bye, they would be a tough team to beat. But yeah, if they lose this one, it's going to be really tough for them to get that number 1 overall seed back. And I don't know how they'll fare, knowing that they're not going to get much rest between now and the playoffs. TJ should be with Bills. I would love that. That would definitely solidify this defense. Tell you what. Let's go Bills, baby, says Unknown. Glad to see you in the chat. Again, guys, if you're new to chat, hit that subscribe button. Again, these chats run by you guys, so I appreciate it. Quick screenplay goes nowhere. Poyer is right there. It's actually incomplete. Good job by Poyer reading the screen. The Bills send blitz, and Poyer comes in late and cleans up anything behind the scenes. They try to get a screen to their tight end. The Bills sent 7, and the Steelers thought that they would beat it with a quick tight end screen, but Poyer reads it, and it actually falls incomplete. If that was caught, it would have been for no gain or a loss. But now we got 3rd and 9 as the Steelers come out, 3 wide receivers and a tight end. Again, 16-7, 10-1 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 1 wide receiver top of the screen, 2 to the bottom of the screen. You got Smith-Schuster in the slot. Bills sending pressure. Bills getting to Ben, and Ben goes down. They're saying that, he fumbled it. He fumbled it. He might have fumbled that. Now, the refs are initially saying Ben was down, but Jerry Hughes jumped on the ball and returned it for a touchdown. So let's see if he fumbled it before he was down. I guess they're saying that he's like for momentum, all stopped. I'm okay with that. 4th and 19, they're forced to punt. They punt the ball away. Roberts will have a chance for a return. Gets at the 38, gets to the 40, 45, 50, 45. There's a flag. No, Andre Roberts with a good return gets into Steelers territory, but now there's a flag. Yes, you should jump out and trade Diggs for a second. Absolutely. But it's a dynasty league, so I understand. Legal block in the back on the Bills. So it was a good return by Andre Roberts. Is going to come back. It's going to be 1st down Buffalo. 9:07 to go. The Bills have the ball up 16-7 after scoring on that first drive of the second half. Let's see what Allen can do it, if Allen could do it again. And someone said in the chat earlier, and I would tend to agree at this point, if there's another touchdown by the Buffalo Bills, it's going to be really tough for the Steelers team, who is not used to playing from behind. The Steelers team is just not used to playing from behind. And listen, and they're talking about right now on the screen, overall, I know that number 75 had that huge penalty for the Buffalo Bills early in this game as the snap goes off. Over the middle, it's Diggs again into Steelers territory to the 35. Then he just goes down to the 35. And that's a huge gain. Gain of 25 on the play. But I know Darrell Williams had that penalty, and I know Darrell Williams has not done a fantastic job against T.J. Watt, but he's done pretty well against one of the best defensive ends in the game. I like what I'm seeing out of him in this one so far. Again, not the greatest job, but not terrible. Diggs is wide open for his 8th catch of the day. Now 3 catches away from breaking the team record in receptions. Single back set. Allen fakes the handoff, looking to throw, throwing over the middle of the field. Finds, that's Diggs again, inside the 20. Gabe Davis with a nice block. That could have been a late hit, maybe. That could have been a late hit. It was a soft tackle, but man, Diggs is definitely going out of bounds there. So that's 9 catches on the day now for Stefon Diggs. 2 more catches, and he breaks the record for most catches in Bills history. Yeah. Again, I know it wasn't a vicious hit or nothing. So far, Josh Allen this quarter, 7 for 7, 92 yards and a touchdown. And now they have the ball in the red zone. At the 16, 1st and 10, they do run a stretch play with Moss. Moss gets inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line before he's tackled by a gang of Steelers defenders led by number 94 of the Steelers. It's going to be Tyson Alulu, who is also the guy who has the sack for the Steelers in this game. Bills up 16-7. 7.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Bills have the ball in the red zone. Again, they punch it in here. It's going to be really tough for this Steelers team. Already down 2 scores to come back. Now this is the Allen we like to see. Absolutely. Welcome to the Allen and Diggs show. Again, Jay warned you at halftime. You had to get your popcorn ready because Stefon Diggs is doing a great job throwing it into the end zone. Gabe Davis, touchdown, Buffalo. Gabe Davis with the touchdown, and the Bills completely controlling this third quarter. Allen, 8 for 8 in the quarter, 4 plays, 57 yards, 2 minutes and 5 seconds. And the Bills now find themselves up 22-7. Allen is on fire. Absolutely. Absolutely. The Buffalo Bills are on fire right now. This is the type of third quarter we like to see. This is the type of come out at halftime, control the game, prove that you are one of the best teams in the AFC. Because right now, they're absolutely controlling the Steelers team. Again, it's a 3-score game. Extra points up, and the extra point is good. 7 minutes and 2 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and the Bills now find themselves up 23-7. 2 possessions in the second half for the Buffalo Bills offense, 2 touchdowns. So moving the ball a lot better, looking a lot crisper. Dable figuring this defense out, and Allen able to make the reads necessary to put this team on top 23-7. I would not have minded to see them go for 2 in that spot, make it 24-7 if possible. But that's okay. Get the points. I understand that. Newport 200 says, let's go. So hype. Jordan Helm says, touchdown. What did I say, Joe? Says King Cam. How about now for your best third quarter of the year? Absolutely. Right now, I think that's our best third quarter already as far as points are concerned. But, man, Allen is on fire. Again, 8 for 8 on the quarter, 2 passing touchdowns. And this Bills team, again, is going to be really tough to beat. I don't care who you are if they keep looking like this moving forward. So now if you look at Allen's stat line for this game, 18 for 31, 180 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and that interception. So definitely a much better second half. I think he's already thrown for 100 yards in the third quarter. Joseph Rodriguez says, this might turn into a blowout. Maybe. David back in his groove. Let's go. We are winning for a winning for a big, says Bruno. This is like a dream, says Jim Tripp. What would have been a dream is if we were to beat the Kansas City Chiefs earlier this year. I have a weird feeling, Joe, that if we win this game, people are going to take us seriously, says Ricardo Green. Well, you have to start, right? You have to start somewhere, and I think 10-3 is a good time to start taking this team seriously. As the Buffalo Bills looking good. Buffalo Mafia News says, "Yes, Joe, I am happy. I'm happy too right now, man. This Buffalo Bills team turning it around. Since the Teron Johnson interception, I feel like this Bills team has done a great job on offense, on defense. Now, again, Teron Johnson did go out in this game. Hopefully, he comes back." Steelers really need to rest for the playoffs starting now, says Jim Tripp. Well, they're still in the division race. They're probably pulling, believe it or not, they're probably pulling for the Ravens tomorrow. They're probably pulling for the Ravens tomorrow, so they can get a little more of a gap between them and the Cleveland Browns. Now, I did just see that Teron Johnson's being evaluated for a head injury. My halftime prediction can come true with the best third quarter and put them away in the fourth. It absolutely can. Right now, they are. I live in Eagles. Actually, to be honest with you, I live in Eagles / Ravens country. I live in Lancaster, which is in the southern part of the state. So there are a few Baltimore Ravens fans. Obviously, listen, and you can say what you want about the Steelers. Obviously, they travel well. And since I'm in Pennsylvania, there's still a huge amount of Steelers fans in the area, but definitely more known as Eagles territory. Well, if the Browns beat the Ravens, well, then the Steelers would only be a game up, and they would have a game against each other still. So it'd become very interesting to see what would happen. They're showing how great of a job Troy White's doing. We all know how great Troy White is. I do not live upstate. I live in the southern. I live in one of the most southern counties in the state. If I were to travel south and stay in Lancaster, I would not be out of Lancaster until I was in Maryland. So that's how far south I am. Shotgun formation for Big Ben and the Pittsburgh Steelers. 7:02 to go. Starting at the 25-yard line. Connor gets the ball and goes nowhere. Gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. Host of Bills players there, including Addison and others. Is everyone shocked? I'm shocked, says Jim Tripp. The way the first quarter and a half played out, I'm shocked that this Bills offense is looking so good. Jay Boogie says defense shut down the run again. Absolutely. 6:35 to go here in the third quarter. Now Bills up 23-7. Steelers have the ball 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation. James Conner to Ben's left. Bills coming with the blitz, sending 7. Pass out to Claypool. Good job by the Bills. Trey White right there making a for sure tackle on Claypool. Claypool picks up 8 on the play. Going to bring up 3rd and about 2 for the Steelers. My mom's going to give you my background story, okay? Just read the chat. My mom has you covered on my background story. 3rd and 4. So I give him too many yards. 23 unanswered. Wow, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been absolutely unreal right now. So 3rd and 4 for the Steelers. 3 wide receivers set. Looks like you have Ben in shotgun. Running back to his right. 2 wide receivers at the top of the screen. You have Claypool going in motion to the bottom. So now you have 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. They go that way, and it's incomplete. Almost intercepted by Trey White. They were looking Ebron's way. Ebron had White one-on-one. They were hoping that Ebron would be able to box out White. Unable to do so. 4th down and 4 for the Steelers team. At this point, honestly, I would play max protect punt as far as watching out for a fake punt. The Steelers offense needs to try to get some momentum, and you don't want to do it on special teams. Let's get the ball back, says Buffalo sack tackle. Well, we're about to. Again, we know Mike Tomlin can be aggressive at times. Punts in the air, so no fake here. Roberts calling for a fair catch. Unable to do so, but he does help knock it out of bounds. Possibly could have been kick catch interference, but I think the Bills player blocked the Steelers player into Roberts. But Roberts does a good job making sure that ball goes out of bounds. And with 5:32 to go, the Buffalo Bills will get the ball back. Not 4th down territory. It wasn't. But, again, you just never know. Again, this game is definitely going completely in the way of the Bills right now. How Josh Allen's played in this third quarter. The Steelers defense or the Steelers offense needs to get a spark quickly because it's going to be hard to score score 3 times in the fourth quarter against this Bills defense right now. This Bills defense is playing unreal. Again, their only score was off a fumble by Dawson Knox at the Bills' 30-yard line. So they only had 30 yards to go to score a touchdown. They did, and they got up 7-0. But since then, this Bills defense, other than that, this Bills defense has shut down this Steelers offense. No running attack to speak of for this Steelers team. Claypool has done little to nothing. Juju Smith-Schuster, what? Juju has 2 catches in this game right now? 2? Let me look at this. All right, Juju Smith-Schuster, 4 for 45 yards. I mean, that's still great. That's still great for the Bills defense to do that. Last week, incredible offense. This week, lights out defense. Me like. I can keep this around. Been throwing to White more often than most QBs. Yeah, I mean, if you're a good team, you don't want to be scared of that, right? Mahomes did the same thing. If you're a good team, you're going to look at our best corner, Trey White, or any corner, Stephon Gilmore, whoever you want to throw, and say, okay, you're good. Stop this guy. And you know what? Trey White did a good job against Tyreek Hill. He did. We didn't do well in the game because there's so many weapons. If you only stop one, then you have problems. I want to go Bills game with you when this is over. When this is over, again, before this year, for the past 3 or 4 seasons, I went to one Bills game every single year. Would love to meet all you guys. Would love to hang out with all you guys. Maybe go to one of the local bars or something and just have a great time. But I'll definitely let you guys know next time I find myself in the Buffalo area. Maybe a game that I might go to. But I think they're showing the last time the Bills were on Sunday Night Football at home when we lost 56-10. I'm glad they're showing that game. All right, 5:32 to go. Bills up 23-7. Bills have the ball at their own 23-yard line. Start off this drive. And shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers, 3 to the bottom of the screen. They do run an HB delay to Singletary. Singletary gets about 2 to 3 yards. Gets to the 26-yard line before he's taken down. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 7. Again, you talk about those H-back delays, maybe some screens to stop that Pittsburgh pass rush. And the Buffalo Bills are doing a great job right now. Come on, Allen, show them why they're MVP material. Shotgun formation again. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Tight end goes out for pass as well. This one over the middle to Beasley. Beasley close to another first down. They're giving him the first down. First down, Beasley. Allen 9 for 9 in this quarter now. Show the rest of the AFC who we are. Well, right now, we're proving again, as long as this holds up, we're proving that we can very easily be at least the number 2 best team in the AFC. But man, this offense like this, I don't care whose defense you got. If we can do this against the Steelers defense, we can definitely do this against the Chiefs defense. Allen under center, single back set, Singletary gets the handoff. Again, always tough to bring Singletary down, man. Always tough to bring Singletary down. Everyone stopped on the play except for Singletary. And he gets 4 yards on first down, makes it 2nd and 6. TJ Watt's over there talking to him, saying, man, you're little, man, but you just don't go down. You just don't go down. And he doesn't, as number 56 for the Steelers is limping off the field. That's Alex Highsmith. Again, if you're a Steelers fan, Steelers are really weak at linebacker right now. They have a lot of injuries at linebacker. Low center of gravity. Yeah, that's what makes Singletary so tough. 2nd and 7 now for the Bills. 3:35 to go in the third quarter. They reverse it to Diggs. Diggs looking to get to the corner, unable to do so. Gets maybe 2 yards on the play before he's stood up. Again, the Steelers have a disciplined defense. They're not going to fall for that one. They're not going to fall for plays like that. Diggs able to get 2 yards, makes a 3rd and 5 for the Buffalo Bills. 3:15 to go here in the third quarter. Yeah, listen. Again, the trade for Stephon Diggs was probably the best thing for Allen's career at this point that could have ever happened. Allen to Beasley, calls Jay Boogie. Let me know what you think is going to happen here on 3rd and 6. Shotgun formation, they do have Moss to Allen's left. 2 wide receivers, looks like Beasley and Davis to the bottom of the screen. Passes the ball to, it looks like Knox. Knox gets to the 41.5-yard line, 42. And that's going to bring out the punt unit. It's going to be about 1.5 yards short of the first down. 2:30 to go here in the third quarter. Bills up 23-7. Again, Allen, perfect on the day in the third quarter so far. Perfect in the third quarter, 10 for 10, 11 for 11, something like that. Doing a great job, over 100 yards in the quarter. Borges is out there. Bills looking to punt from their own 42-yard line. Punt is in the air. And the ball is touched by a Bill at the 19. And that's where the Steelers will start. You know, I still, it's a tough thing to remember, but as soon as the punting team touches the ball, the receiving team can do whatever they want with it, whatever they want, because you have first touching. So even if the receiving team picks it up and goes to run with it, fumbles it, and the kicking team recovers, the team that was originally the receiving team can just go back to the spot first touching. I don't understand why they don't do that more often, but even Knox caught a ball in the third quarter, so you know they're good. Boo, check down. I know we don't like check downs, but in that situation, knowing you're up, want to keep the clock moving, right? You don't want to throw an incomplete pass. Keep the clock moving. Knox breaks a tackle. He does get the first down. You don't want to throw an interception. You know, if the Steelers were in that situation, they might have gone for it on fourth down or maybe try to fake punt in that situation, but you don't want to give them any type of momentum. We're up right now, 23-7, less than 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. No need to let this offense think, the Steelers offense think they have any momentum moving forward. Bills have done a great job so far. We need to keep this one up. Still plenty of time for the Steelers if they want to come back. We know the Steelers have the capacity to do so. Bills send quick blitz, quick wide receiver screen out to, I think that's Johnson with the catch. And that's going to be about a gain of 4 yards on the play. Keep fun throw. Absolutely. No, I agree with you. I agree. You think Costs might win against Pittsburgh? Do I think who might win against Pittsburgh? It's all down to MVP Klein, says Ross Wheeler. Let's get a turnover defense. Again, Teron Johnson was getting his head checked last I saw. Minute 20 to go here in the third quarter. Bills up 23-7. Steelers have the ball 2nd and 5 at their own 24. They do hand the ball off here. And it looks like Connor gets to the 30-yard line and picks up that first down. Again, that's not Connor, that's Samuels on the carry. So a minute to go here in the third quarter. Steelers get the first down. Who am I game ball so far? You got to talk about Teron Johnson, obviously. Diggs having a big day. So those are my game balls. On defense, it'd be Teron Johnson. Offense, it'd be Stephon Diggs. Shotgun formation, 5 wide receiver set. Quick pass again out to Johnson. Missed tackle by the Bills. There have been a lot of missed tackles by this Bills defense. A lot of missed tackles by this defense. Got to make that tackle. Bad tackling. Yes, we need to make that tackle. So it turns into about 8-yard gain on first down, what should have been a stop for no gain. So now it's, okay, got 6 yards. So 2nd and 4, Ben in shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the top of the screen. That's where he's looking. Throws it over the middle, caught by Ebron, getting into Buffalo Bills territory. That's a first down to the 47-yard line. That's going to be the last play of the third quarter. Again, 23-7 Buffalo. So there is a little bit of breathing room here. But the Steelers can turn this thing around in a heartbeat. You know, get another turnover. Again, the Bills have 2 turnovers already in this game. Defense can force another turnover. All of a sudden, you're talking about this Steelers team being right back in it. And listen, they're led by a veteran head coach, Mike Tomlin. Again, I have a lot of respect for Coach Tomlin and what he teaches his team, disciplines, things like that. You have a veteran quarterback, Big Ben. Last thing you want them to think is that they have a chance here, right? Now's the time to put your foot on their throat. Can't afford to give them life. No, we cannot. Got to put your foot on their throat. So even if they score here, you score right back. Match score for score at this point. That's all you got to do, obviously, and you win this game. There have been plenty of games this season where the Buffalo Bills have let teams stay in it, right? last week against the Niners. It was a 10-point game. It felt like it could have been so much bigger of a win than 10 points, right? You talk about the fumble by Zach Moss leading to a quick score early in that game. And you talk about that prevent defense touchdown at the end of that game. Those scores make that game look a lot closer than it actually was. The 49ers did not come prepared for that game, and the Bills took advantage. Jim Tripp says, yes, score for score. I would love to hold them to Jay Boogie. Yeah, I'd love to hold the Steelers to at a max of 3 points on this drive. Makes it 23-10, would cut to a 2-possession game if you're the Steelers, but it would still be 2 touchdowns instead of a touchdown and field goal. Again, really wish we did not miss the extra point on that play, but we do know that Coach Tomlin is aggressive when it comes to 2-point conversions as well. So no telling if we had that 24th point, if they score a touchdown, they go for 2 at some point. We just don't know. Let's go Buffalo. Absolutely, Buffalo up big here, 23-7. Steelers have the ball. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter again. In the third quarter, Josh Allen perfect, either 10 for 10 or 11 for 11. I forget which one. But now you're looking at Big Ben's, I'm talking about Josh Allen's stats, 20 for 33, 192 yards and 2 touchdowns. So great job by Josh Allen in that quarter. Really hope to see that continue here in the fourth. Again, Stephon Diggs only needs 2 catches now. He is 9 for 121 on the day. 2 more catches by Stephon Diggs. He takes over as the single-season leader in receptions for the Buffalo Bills in team history. So something to look forward to there. Hopefully that's something that happened today. Let's shut down the haters and media fools too. Absolutely. I said earlier this week on Twitter that I would love to challenge Nick Wright to a debate over the greatness of Josh Allen. Nick Wright over on FS1, I believe it is not a Josh Allen fan. And, he's one of the few Josh Allen haters still left after Josh Allen's proven most of them wrong. He's shotgun formation. We start the fourth quarter with a running back screen, and it gets about 3. Oh, no. Again, no tackling, no urgency. A.J. Klein unable to wrap up. And it's Samuel who gets about 8 yards when he should have only gotten 4. Again, those are the type of plays. Those might seem small and insignificant right now in a game up 23-7. Saron Neal in this game for Teron Johnson. They're showing him Teron Johnson still not back in this game. But Bills up 23-7, 14.5 minutes to go. Steelers have ball 2nd and 2. Teron Johnson does have a concussion, and he is out for this game. Hopefully he'll be back. Steelers with a quick pass. Slant route on the inside. This one to Washington. He gets a first down to the 30-yard line. So the Steelers moving the ball here. Moving the ball. They have at the 30-yard line. They're going to have it 1st and 10. 14 minutes to go. Bills up 23-7. Bills up 16 points. Did have a missed extra point by Tyler Bass. 2nd missed extra point of the season. Ruben, glad to see you here. Shotgun formation for the Steelers. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Does have a running back to his right. Quick slant to the inside. Looks like Smith-Schuster gets inside. No, that's not Smith-Schuster. That's Johnson. Gets inside the 15-yard line. Johnson trying to make up for some of those drops. And it's going to be 1st and 10 inside the red zone at the 13-yard line. Shotgun formation again for Ben. Running back to his left. 13:05 to go here in the fourth quarter. Roethlisberger time to throw. Throws over the middle of the field. This one is to Smith-Schuster. Tackled by Tremaine Edmonds. About the 7-yard line, maybe the 6. So it's going to be 2nd and about 2 from the 6-yard line. Playing way too soft on D. Jim Tripp says he's getting a little worried. Last thing you want to do, like I said at the beginning of the game, last thing you want to do is let Big Ben, Smith-Schuster, Claypool, these guys get hot. And if you play off too much, again, still plenty of time in this game, this Pittsburgh Steelers defense should be taken seriously, can create turnovers, change this game completely. Ben looking to throw, wrapped around the waist, and he throws it out of the back of the end zone. Good job by the Buffalo Bills getting pressure. Going to be 2nd and 3rd and 3. Looks like there might be a flag down. Yep, holding on the Bills. So it's going to be a half distance goal penalty, and that's going to be a first down. So it's going to be first and goal. Milano getting charged with the holding. Milano's confused by the call, asking the officials. Shotgun formation, four wide receiver set, two to the top of the screen, two to the bottom, first and goal from the 3-yard line. 12:20 to go, 12:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Bills coming on blitz. Ben throws it after scrambling, unable to get it to a receiver, incomplete, second down, 12:21 to go. Here come the refs to the rescue. Yeah, play some good goal line defense here. Here comes a pick, says Ravi. I would love that. I think that would ice the game at this point. Second and goal, shotgun formation for Ben Roethlisberger. Again, this time we have 4 wide receivers and Ebron lined up at tight end. Gotta watch him. Throw it quickly to wide open Smith-Schuster. Must have been a miscommunication in coverage, and that's a touchdown for the Steelers. 10 plays, 81 yards. Trey White looking up, wondering how he missed that. So probably on Trey White. 10 plays, 81 yards, 4 minutes and 38 seconds. And the Steelers now make it 23-13. It's a natural pick play, not pass interference. The receiver could argue he was going for a route and White ran into him. Natural pick play. Steelers are going to go for 2 here. Try to make it an 8-point game. 5 wide receiver set for Ben. Looking. Ebron catches the ball over Poyer, and that's going to be good. So now the Steelers only down 1 score. 23-15, 12-18 to go. The Bills need to respond now. Too quick. Offense has to pay back defense for earlier heroics. Yeah, absolutely. 8-point game. Nope, you're right, Jay Boogie. But again, guys, thank you for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk. Again, if you're new to Believers Talk, make sure you hit that subscribe button for continuing Buffalo sports content. Again, Buffalo Bulls actually playing for the conference championship, the MAC championship, on Friday. If I can bring that game to you, I'll do that. But again, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Bills up 23-15, 12-18 to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, plenty of time. Would love to see the Bills answer score for score at this point. Again, we know the Steelers defense might start getting tired here. Fourth game in 20 days. Talk about time possession, pretty much even. The Bills having the ball for 23 minutes and 53 seconds compared to the Steelers, 23-49. So pretty much even. The Bills have had the ball for 4 more seconds than the Steelers. But right now, the Bills up 23-15, plenty of time left. The Bills will be getting the ball here. I'm nervous with the under now, says Blackstream Yang. Yeah, so the under was 48.5, so you're talking 38, so another 10 points. Yeah, that's going to be close. Really need a 6-minute TD drive, says Jim Tripp. We just need to go to TD drive. Andre Abbott's going to return us for a touchdown. I'm good with that. Rowdy says, not worried. Our opponents always make runs. We're good. Yeah, but very, very rarely have our opponents been as good as the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's the problem. And that's the problem with keeping teams in it. When it comes to keeping a team in it towards the end of a game. And that speaks to how important that missed extra point is. Instead of still being a 2-possession game, it's now a 1-possession game. Granted, they make the other 2-point conversion. Nolan Jenkins says we have to score. Again, it's a close game here, guys. Close game. We're talking 8-point game, 23-15. Bills up. Bills getting ready to get the ball back after a hot third quarter by Josh Allen. Sat down, was maybe cooled down a little bit after being forced to sit for that drive. But let's see how he comes back out. Let's see how he comes out in the fourth quarter. Again, the wind is against us here in the fourth quarter. We saw how poorly we played in the first quarter when it came to our offense. So hopefully we can do a little bit better here in the fourth. And that might be a big part of this fourth quarter. The wind is no longer with us. So we will see how it goes. Do not give them hope. Crush them. Well, right now they have hope. Jay Boogie says, we grab field goal. We Gucci. Don't know what that means, but okay. I'm not up to the lingo. Roberts will have a chance to return this ball, returning it from the 2-yard line, gets to the 25, gets to the 30, gets about the 33, 34-yard line before he's taken down. So good return by Roberts once again, giving the Buffalo Bills decent field position. 12-11 to go now here in the fourth quarter. Bills are legit, says Freddie. Maybe, but it's still a close game. 1st and 10 for the Bills at the 34-yard line. Allen shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers to the top, 2 to the bottom. Allen, it's time to throw. Looking to the sideline. Beasley makes the catch. Gets to about the 44-yard line. Going to bring up probably a second and a short one. 12 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Good job by Beasley putting your head down and getting those extra yards. Roberts been consistent all year. Yeah, except for that Tennessee game. That Tennessee game I won't forget about. But other than that, yes, consistent all year long. 2nd and 1 after a 9-yard completion to Beasley. Again, Diggs with 2 more receptions. Diggs becomes the all-time leader in Buffalo Bills history within receptions. So Josh Allen this half, 11 for 11, 125, and 2 touchdowns. Allen under center on 2nd and a long one. They hand the ball off up the middle, gets a first down. That's Zach Moss with a huge carry there. Gets the first down, and the Buffalo Bills will have the ball 1st and 10, about the 42, 43-yard line. Again, keep this drive going. Again, score some points on this drive. Would love to see a touchdown. Would love to see 7 on this one. But Beasley is so old. He's not old. He's probably my age. Allen gets hit as he throws. He's throwing it deep, intended for Gabe Davis. Overthrows him. Allen got hit as he threw the ball. He did have Gabe Davis open. He had a step, but he just overthrows Gabe Davis. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. I like the idea of going for it there, trying to make a play. Obviously, the single safety back there for the Steelers. He goes towards Diggs, and then that leaves Gabe Davis 1-on-1. Just misses him. If he gets that ball, if he has time to throw that ball, 51 for the Steelers, probably save the touchdown by getting that pressure on Allen. But we have another 5 wide receiver set. 2nd and 10, 10:47 to go here in the fourth quarter. Bills up 23-15. They have the ball. Shotgun formation, Allen rolling to the right, throws it. Caught by Moss, but that's well out of bounds. 3rd and 10 now. Again, you talk about giving the Steelers team momentum. Steelers score on the last drive. First incompletion for Josh Allen in the second half. 3rd and 10. Come on, Buffalo, says Jay Boogie. Allen did have Davis deep. Absolutely. 10:41 to go here in the fourth quarter. Bills up 23-15. 3rd and 10 for the Bills. Huge 3rd down here for the Steelers. Then get off the field here. Give Big Ben and this offense a chance to perhaps tie this game. 3 wide receivers top of the screen. 1 to the bottom. Allen pump fake. Allen looking to throw. Finds, is that McKenzie? McKenzie just get the first down. Don't do that. I love the fact they got the first down. So good job by McKenzie on 3rd and 10. Good job. I think Allen's yelling at him for the same thing. Listen. Don't stop and try to make plays before you get the first down. Get the first down, and then you could try juke or whatever as Allen gets away from the pressure, calm in the pocket, steps up, finds McKenzie. McKenzie runs for about 6-7 yards. McKenzie did one of those sidestep things, but it was after 9 yards, and he just needs to run to the sideline and pick up that first down. Don't worry about all that extra moves. Frey says that's how fumbles happen. Possibly if the defender gets the ball in the right spot. Shotgun formation again. Pittsburgh sent a full-out blitz. Allen over the middle. Intended for, is that Beasley? Yes, it was. That's incomplete. So we're going to have a 2nd and 10. 9:53 to go in the fourth quarter. The Bills have the ball 2nd and 10 in Steelers territory. Again, a field goal makes this a 2-possession game again. Right, just get right. Just get the first down. They're bringing the house. The last 2 plays they brought the house. Last 3 plays they brought the house actually. And they're showing blitz again. Shotgun formation on this 2nd and 10. Allen has a running back to his left. They run an H-back delay to Moss. Moss gets it inside the 40. Again, Moss almost impossible to bring down. It's Singletary, almost impossible to bring down. He does get to the 36-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about 5 with 9:35 to go here in the 4th quarter. Now, with the win conditions, listen, we all know Bass has the leg, but you would love to see them score a touchdown here because again, with the win conditions, or at least get another first down, make it a little bit easier for Beasley or for Bass. Unless Beasley's kicking field goals now. Third and 5, shotgun formation. You have 4 wide receivers set, 2 to the bottom, Knox and Diggs to the bottom, Beasley and Davis to the top. Allen rolling to the right, throwing it over across his. Oh, that's a pass interference. Thank you. Threw it across his body, which we all know how much I hate that, and threw it to Knox. And number 28 comes in early, and as Knox goes to jump up for the ball, he undercuts Knox, gets called for the pass interference. So the Bills will have the ball, 1st and goal. I want to see that on replay. Make sure it was before the ball got there. I thought live it looked like he got there before the ball did. Beasley's wide open. Beasley is wide open. Like we get the break with the penalty, but watch if you guys. Yes, that's definitely pass interference. Okay, good stuff. But Beasley's wide open, guys. I formation. I think this is the first time we run I formation all day. Moss gets stopped in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. Man, you had Beasley open on that play. So it's going to be 2nd and goal. I mean, that's a huge play either way. Because hopefully Bass makes whatever field goal if we need to make it. Josh to Beasley, I feel it. Well, we have a touchdown pass to Diggs. We have a touchdown pass to number 56 is down for the Steelers. That's Alex Highsmith, linebacker. Again, we talked about how short the Pittsburgh Steelers are at linebacker. That linebacking core taking a huge hit this season. So another linebacker down for the Steelers. But the Bills will have the ball 2nd and goal inside the 5. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for answering my mom for me. Yes, Mom. I got a drink. Josh going to run, says Freddie. Jim Tripp, Josh on keeper to the pylon. Got to do the QB fake pass run. RPO. Talking about RPO, run pass option. You know, Dable doesn't do a lot of RPOs. He really doesn't. He does a lot of option plays where, you know, it's an inside handoff to either Moss or Singletary or Allen keeps it, but not too many RPOs. Oh, man, Jenkins says, I'm going to go out on a limb and say a toss to Knox. All right. I'm going to go with Diggs then. I'll go with Diggs. Why not? Give me Diggs to tie the all-time team reception list for his 2nd touchdown of the day. 2nd and goal from the 5. We have 3 wide receivers on the field. We have 2 to the bottom of the screen. Diggs alone at the top. Now Beasley goes into motion to the top of the screen. Got Singletary, it looks like, to Allen's left. That's Moss, actually. And that's incomplete. That could be close to intentional grounding. And they say Moss was close enough to it. So it's going to be 3rd and goal, 8:18 to go here. They are showing listen, for the past 4 weeks, they've been showing Josh Allen in the red zone passing the ball. No interceptions. Stop it. We know. Don't show that crap. Don't do it. Hey, Freddie, I thought it was close too. They were saying Moss was in the area. 3rd and goal. And now they showed that stat, it scares me. They like to show that stat until he'll throw one. Ann's got a touchdown. Nope, never mind. There's a penalty flag. There's a marker. Gabe Davis, incomplete. There is a marker down, probably holding from where the flag came in on the offense. And so it's going to be 4th and down. And that's a great job by the Steelers defense. Oh, there's 2 flags. Okay. Williams is getting 1 for the hold. If there are 2 flags, then it could be offsetting, and we have another 3rd down. Yeah, we do have a hold. They're both by offense. Legal touching by 13, so they're both on Buffalo. It's going to be 4th down. So we bring in Tyler Bass. Need to make it. Need to make this one, guy. It's a short one. It's a gimme. Need to make the field goal. Go up 2 scores. Need to go up 2 scores. Make it 26-15. It's right down the middle. If you miss this one, then I can't defend you when people get mad. It's good. 8:07 left to go in the 4th quarter. Buffalo Bills are now up by 11 by the score 26-15. Steelers getting ready to get the ball. Again, 8:07 to go. Bass-O-Matic, says Matt Capel. Again, if he makes the extra point, this is a little bit different of a game, but that's okay. Leads by 11. Yes, absolutely. Again, guys, thank you for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk for the Sunday night football game between our Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. A game where the Bills find themselves up 26-15. Again, make sure if you haven't already hit that thumbs up button, you do that. Can't hate that result, says Jim Tripp. Can't love it either. I won't hate it, but I won't love it. Again, you wanted to match scores there, get in the end zone, especially when you have the ball 1st and goal at the 1. You want to make sure you match scores, get in the end zone. Steelers D does hold up, making it 26-15. Ate some serious clock. There's still plenty of time. Don't do what the Lions do, lose a double-digit lead. I hope not. I hope not. I wish we had shoot more clock. This is killing me just like I knew it would, says Dan. Man, this is a tough one. We have established the run a little bit more in the second half, so I like to see that. Singletary and Moss both have 7 carries each. Allen not run the ball too much. Diggs has a 1 run for 1 yard. Again, Diggs 9 catches on a day for 121 yards and a touch. Pittsburgh, again, you look at Ben Roethlisberger, he's coming alive a little bit, 20 of 34, 2 touchdowns, 181 total yards. So really close game like we expected. Bills up by 2 scores, up by 10. They're going to see if Pittsburgh can come back up by 11. Up by 11. Let's shut them down, says Jay Boogie. Absolutely. We need to shut them down. Again, guys, appreciate you. I want 1 more from the Bills. I would love that, Mom. I would love that. That will give us the ball again, hopefully. Fresh defense. I do like that idea. Again, if you look at the showing remaining schedules of the Steelers and Chiefs. Again, Steelers lose this game. They fall to the number 2 seed. Chiefs do have New Orleans next week in New Orleans. New Orleans might be mad after their loss to the Eagles. Cincy, Indy, and Cleveland on the table still for the Steelers. That's 2 playoff teams, the Colts and the Browns. And after the New Orleans, the Chiefs have Atlanta and then the Chargers. So 2 wins there. King Cam hoping for the 3 and out again. Wow, Diggs always clutch. Love to see him come up clutch a few more times in this game. Kick the ball off. This one's going to be returnable from the 2-yard line. Gets to 15, 20, 25. Tries to jump over. That's a penalty, dude. Relax, Poyer. Relax. The returner by number 14 tries to jump over Poyer. Poyer says, I don't think so, and upends him. See, hurdling should not be allowed. Honestly, you're going to hurt yourself. You land on your head, you're going to hurt yourself. In high school, it's a penalty. There was no flag for the punch, no. All right, it's 8:01 to go here in the fourth quarter. Bills up by 11, 26-15. Poyer leveled him. Again, he saw him try and jump over top of him and did what you have to do, but that's why they shouldn't be hurdling. Quick screen, high, intended for the running back Samuels, is incomplete. They try to do a running back screen, running back lined up as a wide receiver to the top of the screen. Tried to hit him on a quick route, unable to do so. It's not fourth down territory yet, says Frey Osborne. I agree with you. It's not. 11-point game. You know this defense can force 3 and outs, so you have all 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning. 2nd and 10. 4 wide receivers set for the Steelers. Edmonds coming up, then going back, fakes the blitz. Another throw, this time to the running back. This time it's completed. He gets to the 34-yard line, gain of 5 on the play. Going to be 3rd and 5. Frustrate them. Crush hope. 7:40 to go here. Again, as a defense, you have to be aggressive. You have to be as aggressive as you were in the first 3 quarters right now. Still an 11-point game, plenty of time, 7.5 minutes to go. Ben in shotgun formation, calling out the play. You got 2 wide receivers top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. You got run back to Ben's left. Ben looking to throw, has a clean pocket, throws it deep, and it's intercepted. No flag down. That's Wallace with the interception. He's returning it right now to midfield. Wow, so that might be game. No flag on the play. Looks like they possibly could have been. I'll have to watch the replay. But Levi Wallace gets the pick, I think. Levi to the rescue. Everyone's loving Levi now. Ben thinks there was pass interference. Yeah, I would love to see a replay there of the whole thing. Hurdling should be allowed. Well, I mean, listen, if you're willing to break your neck, go for it. Go for it. But you're going to see it, and it's going to be scary, and it's going to look terrible, and someone's not going to survive it. Someone's going to jump like that. They're going to get upended in the air, land square on their head. And if that's okay with other people, then fine. Quick hike it. Well, pass interference is no longer reviewable. No, a nice 3.5, 4-minute drive here. This game's over. That was the most nonchalant return. Well, that's because I think Bills players thought there was going to be a flag on that one. So they didn't know. They were like, wait a second. So the Bills do get the interception. There was no flag. Again, I haven't seen the totality of the play from beginning to end to be able to say if that was a flag or not. But it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Whether there was supposed to be a flag or not, at this point, there is none. We'll run out some clock. Again, score a touchdown. Obviously, this game's over. And Carter South looking for flags, too. What a complete team this is. Yeah, I mean, again, I'll have to see if there should have been a flag. I wish they would show the whole replay. From my angle, from seeing what I saw, which wasn't the whole play, obviously, and I didn't have a close angle on it, I did not see pass interference. But pound the ball, says King can a field goal, and it's over. Field goal still is the 2-score game. Makes it 14 points. I think a 3-4 minute drive here that leads to a field goal. Yeah, I think you're right. 2-score game at that point is a little tough to come back from, especially since I think the Bills are going to concentrate on pounding the ball. Hopefully get a first down or 2 running the ball. And don't forget, your wide receiver screens count pretty much as runs, right? So throw it to sure-handed Stephon Diggs to get you 3-4 yards over the middle. And let's go deep post to Diggs to ice it. I want 2 catches by Diggs. 2 catches by Diggs, and he has this single season record in team history for receptions. So let's give him that. Hashtag Bills real. What I say, Steelers aren't as scary as the record shows. Well, again, if this team without rest, this team, anyone, again, talking about 4 games in 20 days, anyone's going to struggle. Anyone's going to struggle. 7 minutes and 11 seconds to go. Bills have the ball up 26-15. We don't need a bomb tendon. No, we don't. We don't. I mean, it all depends. Again, are we going to be a fun throat team? They did say that Wallace was down at the time of the interception. So we do have the ball at 29. Allen looking to throw, able to step away from pressure. He runs, he takes off, gets to 45, gets to the midfield into Steeler territory where he gets out of bounds. So great job by the Bills there. There's a flag downfield, and Josh Allen's not happy. Holding on the offense. Number 60, that's Mitch Morris. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty, so it's going to be 2nd and 20. Again, we saw Mitch Morris go out in this game earlier with a shoulder injury or bicep injury of some sort. They did flag, of course, after what we just got away with on the pass interference. I'm not worried about flag at all. After what we potentially just got away with, there's definitely holding there. Mitch Morris definitely held. Definitely held. 1st and 20, 6.5 to go, or 6:50 to go here in the 4th quarter. No, there was definitely holding. I'm sorry. There was definitely holding, Ricardo. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers, top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Steelers send pressure again. Allen gets rid of it. That's Diggs. Again, now. He leads the league in receptions. He also ties a team record. So good job by Stephon Diggs. 1 more catch, and he'll have the team lead in receptions in a single season. Shotgun formation on 2nd and 11. 6 minutes to go now in the game. Steelers definitely need to stop here. 2nd and 11 here. Allen looking to throw. Allen going deep. And that's incomplete. Intended for Diggs. Didn't get Diggs a chance to catch the ball. Threw it out of bounds. Now 3rd and 11. 5:52 to go. This is not the type of drive you wanted. You wanted a drive that would take some time. They're re-showing the interception now. Ben threw it underneath. Ben definitely underthrew that ball. Maybe there wasn't pass interference. Maybe not. That's a close one. Third and 11 now for the Buffalo Bills. 5:52 to go. Bills take a timeout. That's their first timeout of the half. They have 2 remaining. 5:52 left. Looked fairly clean. Again, you do see that little nudge, right? Like I'm trying to make sure. Here, I'll point the camera down. So as Al Michaels is going into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Al. So as the wide receiver is trying to come back for the ball, because again, Ben underthrows it. Levi Wallace does do a little bit of this, but since the referees are behind the deepest receiver, they don't see the little push before he gets a little leap. So Gene said it wasn't. Shotgun formation on 3rd and 11. 2 wide receivers top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. I wouldn't mind seeing an H-back draw here. Keep the clock running a little bit. But again, you pick up the first down, you can take off more clock. I thought there was a false start on the offense, not called. That's fine. Knox gets the ball on the screen, and Knox gets the first down, stays in bounds. Huge catch and run by Knox. A tight end screen. Big play call there as the Steelers sent pressure. Good job by Brian Dable. Good play call by Brian Dable to have the tight end sneak out for a screen as the Steelers sent the house once again on 3rd down, leaving Knox wide open. And giving him the ability to run after the catch and pick up the first down. Good job by Knox to stay in bounds. Allen, 24 of 43, 238, and 2 TDs and that interception. Now it's single back set, pound the ball a little bit. Stretch play to Moss. Moss not going down and picks about 4 yards. So good job by Moss there, staying on his feet. Now that it looks like there's a scrum between these two teams. Dawkins looks mad about something. 4:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. Now the Bills just want to round out some clock. Steelers with all 3 timeouts. Yeah, Al Michaels is going to the Hall of Fame, probably more for just baseball. 2nd and 6, 4:25 now to go in this game. Allen under center, single back set once again. Stretch play to the left. Moss again, cuts inside, gets the first down, gets to the 40, gets inside the 40-yard line for another Buffalo Bills first down. Good job by Moss. Where are Josh's stats? I just said them, but I'll say them once again. Hold on one second. Let me get them on my phone. Much better second half stats. Let's say that. 24 of 43, 238 yards, and 2 touchdowns with 1 interception. So now the Bills inside Pittsburgh territory. Bills have 84 rushing yards on the day. Another single back set. Moss once again cuts upfield, gets inside the 35, about the 33, 32-yard line. Clock just keeps on running. Keep running that clock. Milkman Sharp, they've arrived. They're here. Looks like the Buffalo Bills about to go 10-3 on the season again. With a Baltimore Ravens loss tomorrow, the Bills will clinch a playoff spot with this victory here today. Still a little bit of time left. Might be counting some chickens, but man, have a good night. You too, Frey. Thanks a lot. Good win for the Bills. Let's see if we're Super Bowl bound or not. Single back set once again. 2:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. Moss up the middle again. Short of the first down. Looks like they did get the stop right before the stick. So it's going to be 3rd and a short 1 yard. Huge win today. Absolutely. Jim Tripp says dream game. Well, let's be honest. It didn't start off that way, right? First quarter ended scoreless. We had 10 punts in the first half, tied for the most so far this season. Combined, we had 10 punts in the first half. Tied for the most this season. Total signature wins, says Jim Tripp. Absolutely. Allen definitely struggled in the first half. Came out strong in the third quarter, went 10 for 10. Started the half 11 for 11. Allen up the middle for a first down. So that's going to take us to a 2-minute warning. Bills will have the ball, 1st and 10. So Buffalo at the 2-minute warning here, up by 11. And they'll have the ball, 1st and 10. Steelers do still have all 3 timeouts. And we'll see what they decide to do. Allen, that man, says Milkman, glad that you're in chat, buddy. Haven't talked to you in a while. We had a good Thanksgiving. I love you. Sorry we haven't talked in a while. A lot's going on in my life. We'll have to talk about it sometime. 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills up 26-15. 2-minute warning. Where's Josh Rosen? Where is he? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Is he like the 4th-string backup quarterback in the XFL somewhere? The Rock is on the phone with him right now. Like, hey, you want to play in the XFL? Do you smell what the Rock's cooking? Doesn't matter what your name is. Back-to-back seasons. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, again, casino closed. Okay. All right. I'll let you know. So we are at the 2-minute warning. Again, Bills up 26-15. Bills have the ball, 1st and 10. Again, guys, thank you for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk with the Buffalo Bills, looking to go 10-3. A very impressive second half from Josh Allen after a very sluggish first half by this offense. You have to give credit to Brian Dable. Great job on the play calls in the second half. You have to, that 3rd down tight end screen play was brilliant. To get the first down to extend this drive, which looks like now will be the drive that ends this game. Single back set again for Josh Allen and the Bills. Zach Moss has the ball, trying to bounce out, unable to do so. Number 27 or 27 of the Steelers comes in, makes the tackle. That's Marcus Allen, who's had a pretty good day for the Steelers in this one. Tomlin calls the first of his 3 timeouts. So 2 timeouts left for the Steelers. It's over, y'all. 10-3, beat AFC top team tonight. It's great. It's a great feeling. Great feeling. One more first down, baby. Milkman Sharp reminds us that the best team in the AFC is the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't care what records say, the best team in the AFC is the Kansas City Chiefs. Bottom line. Bottom line, The Rock. We were talking about him earlier. Never mind. Second and 12 now for the Buffalo Bills at the 30-yard line. Probably just going to run this ball once again. 1:55 to go. Allen fakes the handoff. He has all the room in the world to run, pick up the first down. Slides before the first down, though, because he's a moron. Picks up 11 on 2nd and 12, even though he had the extra yards. Good job by the naked. It was a great naked boot. It was a good play call, but he starts the slide before Rock, Stone Cold. Well, is Stone Cold in the XFL too? I believe it. Wow. So Allen had the extra yard. Allen could have went 1 more yard and slid, but decides, nah, let's make it 3rd and 1. So 3rd and 1, 1:15 to go. Allen under center now. Steelers did not use a timeout. Hoping to use one here on this 3rd down play. But they do not stop the Bills. Tomlin will call a 2nd timeout, but the Bills will get the first down. So 1:03 to go here. Pittsburgh has 1 more timeout. Good job by this Buffalo Bills team. Good win. No, Mom, he said he's not working. A few comments up. Just scroll up a little bit. He says he's not working. It's over. Game, set, match. Kneel it down. Well, they do have 1 more timeout. So 1 more timeout. I had the Bills losing this one, 28-27. So I was close to right on the Bills score. But glad to see I was wrong. Bills defense definitely showed up today. And if this defense shows up like this for the rest of the season, it's going to be a tough one. Watch your game. Joe, don't talk. Don't talk back to your mother. Watch the game. Love you, Mom. I was just kidding. I love you. I was just kidding. See you later, Black Screen. Glad you joined me again. Thank you guys for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk, a game where the Buffalo Bills are going to hold off the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's now official. The last kneel down. They won't have to run another play. The Buffalo Bills moved to 10-3. Now 2 games up on the Miami Dolphins with 3 games to go. And like I said at the beginning of this stream, the Bills own most of the tiebreakers, if not all the tiebreakers, against the Dolphins. We already beat them once, so the best they can do is tie us there. We are 4-0 against their division. They already have 2 losses in their division. We will tie them at worst in conference play after a win against the Steelers. Good game, Bills Mafia. So, again, I'm pretty sure the way this is going to work is that the Bills need 1 win, regardless of other teams, to win the AFC East. That's it. They go 1-2. They have the Broncos, the Patriots, and the Dolphins left. If they go 1-2, and the Dolphins still would have to go 3-0, and the Dolphins still play the Raiders, that could be a tough game. They play the Bengals. No, who else did they play? They play the Raiders, and the Patriots. The Patriots will be a tough game for them too. But the Patriots, the Bengals, and then no, they don't play the Bengals. They already played the Bengals. What did they play? I got you. Someone else got me before I do, right? The haters are always going to be there. The haters will be exactly where we left them yesterday. Because the haters are going to hate. Tomorrow we'll have, what's his name, Wright, come out and say, they play the Patriots, Raiders, Bills. So I had it right. Patriots, Raiders, Bills. 3 games left. All right, guys. Again, thank you for joining me. There's going to be plenty of post-game Buffalo Bills content going on, whether you talk cover 1, whether you talk about hashtag sports, whether you're talking about Matt Perino, whoever you want to go to, Cold Front Report over on the Facebook page and all that kind of stuff. Dan Mitchell does a great job. Of course, Buffalo Fanatics, best out there, one of the best out there. So make sure you watch them. Rico will definitely be going live here shortly, talk about a big victory for the Buffalo Bills. It's good to be hated on for once, says Josh JA17. Absolutely. But the Bills win this one. Bills win this one pretty convincingly in the second half. I got to admit, the first half, obviously, before the Teron Johnson interception, and hopefully Teron Johnson's okay moving forward after being taken out with a concussion. After the Teron Johnson interception, from that point on, the Bills pretty much decisively won this game. Second half, again, Josh Allen started 11 for 11, a touchdown to Diggs, touchdown to Gabe Davis to open this game up. And the Bills never let up. The Steelers tried to come back. They did score that touchdown. That 2-point conversion made it an 8-point game. Bills answer back with a long field goal drive to kind of say, no, you're not coming back. Good luck. Good try. But no, we're the better team today. And again, the Steelers, they have a lot of rest that they need. Unfortunately, looks like with this loss, they won't be able to do that. But they're definitely one of the better teams in the AFC, and the Bills pretty much beat them the whole second half. So good job. When I get back, I'm going to get tested. If negative, I'll try to come by before casino opens. Okay? More than welcome, buddy. A good game. Thank you, Mom. Again, guys, thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like this video. And if you're watching this on replay, leave a comment. And just let me know what you think about this win. A huge win for the Buffalo Bills, moving 10-3 on the season again, 2 games ahead of the Miami Dolphins. I look forward to talking to you all soon. Until I do, go Bills.